Peace to the family out there. I know we're a few minutes early. Ooh. Yeah, I know we're a few minutes early. So I had to take it back to the a lot of people were asking just how did this all start? Shit was all good just a week ago. How did this all start? I will definitely be you know, trying as much as possible to keep up with the chat. Bro, you don't even know. Like, I had to really sit down. Shout out to Mr. Richardson. Mr. Richardson always stays consistent with posting, you know, for people to support the channel, support the Cash App, $ Minister Inky, join the Patreon, like actually support this research so that we can keep this going. Support the real, right? Support the real. I honestly had to, for those of y'all that have been following me for a while, y'all know I kind of get, I get to going and, I get, so I did do the things that some people were hitting me up like, yo, did you reach out and try to squash whatever it is? First of all, when somebody violates you, it's not a thing that can squash. It's not like you can't squash a beef. It's not like, it's not a thing like that. And then if somebody has certain types of emotions build up inside of them towards you, it's not something that you can't necessarily squash it. That's a little bit more light right there. Sometimes you don't really intend to create animosity in somebody. Sometimes you don't intend on doing that. Sometimes just being in a better position, that in and of itself creates animosity in somebody, even if you're helping the person, so, you may not know till years later that the person was building up animosity all along. You know what I'm saying? You may not know that. But when I sat down and really thought it out, I realized when it happened, because Mr. G and KT had pulled the fast one, and I learned from the streets that you don't react super fast. Appreciate you, Derek. But I learned from the streets you don't always jump out and react super fast. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just file stuff away in the mental Rolodex. And so I realized that the turning point in our relationship was the Nick Cannon documentary. And I'm so used, and some things I say might just sound, like Super Saiyan level arrogant. I'm sorry in advance. I apologize in advance if I say things that sound Super Saiyan level arrogant or a little crazy, but sometimes it's just no other way, or I just don't have another way to describe certain things. But a lot of times, especially when it comes to talking about the body and this particular thing it is that I've been cultivating over the past few decades, I'm usually the smartest person in the room. These are just facts. I'm usually the sharpest person in any room that I go in when it comes to this particular subject matter. So, sometimes, it's like, it's like you, I'll give you a good example. We're just going to pause that for a second. When Victor called me up the first time acting a fool on my phone, maybe about 2 weeks ago, right? I knew that KT coward ass had put him up to it, because I knew the fingerprints was all over. I knew over the years how he hid behind me to fight his battles. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what he was doing. And, I got the conversation of Victor calling me up acting a fool on the phone. I got the conversation. Let me see. Where's that conversation? No, not that. So is it alkaline? Yes or no? No. I'm not, listen, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just asking you a question. So anyway, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but he starts, I let him vent and talk his shit for a little while, because I understand the anger and the frustration and all that. Plus, I know he's a young guy, small guy, so I know he got other shit blended in. So I'm letting him get his shit off. He talking crazy, reckless, and all that. I don't care about that. After we hang up the phone, he's texting me like, yeah, go live with me right now. You ain't ready to go live with me. You scared to go live with me because I exposed you. You ain't ready. You don't know this information. You don't know nothing about it. So I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, bro, chill, man. Don't do that to yourself. Like, you're not ready. You're not ready, bro. Like, you gotta relax. And so, I know that it's a lot. I know it's a lot. So now, going back to our previous, I didn't really fully understand the pressure. Now, I'm not going to say that I would have said anything different, or I would have dressed down, or I would have did anything different. When I showed up to the Nick Cannon set, I was me, I was dressed, niggas was, I was clean, of course I had my babies with me, you know what I'm saying? I don't go nowhere without my babies. So even on the Nick Cannon documentary set, Inky got babies running around. Yeah. I'm me wherever I'm at, you know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, leading into that, You know, Mama Pill had needed some help getting all of the papers and the documentation together. So me and Laree, you know, shout out to Laree, wherever Laree is at, you know, but me and Laree, you know, did a lot of helping with putting them papers and everything together that wound up being the basis of the documentary, you know. And Laree don't fuck with KT no more either because she tired of the. Laree is from Detroit. I don't know if y'all know that about Laree, the Oracle, but the Oracle is from Detroit. You know, it's a reason. You know, Detroit is a certain kind of city. It's a certain type of fabric. It's a certain type of fabric, you know, Detroit. And so I don't know if y'all know that, but Laree don't fuck with KT no more either. Yeah. You know. When the people that took care of you and made you, you know, that got you together, when they turn their back on you, that means you done violated too many times. It's one of those scenarios where you go, it ain't us, nigga, it's you. No, it's not us, nigga, it's you. So, but on the actual set, you know, when it came down to the actual information. Now, remember, the whole gist of the Dr. Sebi documentary was about him and the court case, right? And so the court case, his two co-defendants, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, he had two co-defendants. One co-defendant was Ma'a, and the other co-defendant was Mama Pill, right? And so the court case was about him being able to prove that he wasn't practicing medicine without a license, but then B, that there was some, you know, scientific basis for his claim that he could, you know, reverse AIDS, cancer, diabetes, and some of these different things. And oh yeah. So, but this been happened though. This is old. You know what I'm saying? Just now, he probably still faking it. Now he probably still faking it. Like he probably still faking like him and Laree. Listen, that's what he did with me. People like, yo, Inky, what's up with it? Yo, KT, what's up with Inky? Oh, nah, he cool. So I'm sure if you say, hey, KT, what's up with Laree? Yo, oh yeah, she good. On the road to riches and diamond rings. But on the set of the Nick Cannon movie, the basis, the main thing, you know, that the experts were supposed to be able to break down was, how is it that you can use nutrition to address HIV or AIDS? Now, if anybody has my book, hold on, let me go get this. Or let me send somebody. Chase. Go get me an Eat Right for Your Appetite book. If anybody has the book, I'm about to get a copy of the book right now and pull up the page so people could see. No. I'm gonna have to correct you, Hurt Blessings. A man is already lost before he loses his earth. That's why he loses the earth. That's why the earth stopped orbiting the sun. The sun already has to start acting erratic and lose its magnetism for the planets to stop orbiting. You see what I'm saying? But no. I share your sentiment. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, that's all wise, right, and exact. Okay, if you got the book, right, Eat Right for Your Appetite, you can go to page 362. Right? You can go to page 362. When you go to page 362, it discusses the protocol. It discusses the protocol, the specific key nutrients that a person would need to begin to try to rebuild or re-empower their immune system, right? If you go to page 363, which is very important, 363 has probably the only actual scientific study on this. And I'll read it to you guys. Here's the abstract. HIV-1 encodes for the human glutathione peroxidases. If you know anything about the body, then that right there already, boom, that'll give it up right there, right? Actually, before I go to this, before I read this article, let me tell you what Dr. Sebi's premise was. Now, and this is where I say, this is one of the instances where I say that Dr. Sebi did not get his just due. Now, y'all know how I keep it 100 down the line. So yes, was Dr. Sebi drinking glizzy water? He was drinking glizzy water, goddammit. But that's still the quadruple OG, period. You know, none of us are perfect. We humans. We're going to make mistakes. It's up to the next generation to study what we did, find the things that we, you know, that we were innovators on, that we were ahead of the game on, and continue to build on those things. And, you know, the goofball shit that we do, yeah, try to forgive us for those things, right? But Sebi's premise was this. Anal sex tears the lining of the colon if you practice it too frequently, right? When that happens, you begin to leak bacteria and waste products into the bloodstream. Now, I'm simplifying it, but you begin to leak waste products and bacteria into the bloodstream. When you do that, you deplete the body's number one antioxidant, which is glutathione. Once the glutathione is depleted, your body goes through a very unique type of anemia. Now, this is not the regular type of anemia where your hands get cold and, you know, girls think they cute. Oh, I'm anemic. I need iron. Like this is not that. This is hemolytic anemia. This is the type of anemia where your blood cells literally just break down and like damn near disintegrate. This is what happens with this type of anemia. And so you get a lot of cellular debris, waste products, like just, you know, byproducts of the cell floating around. And if tested, a PCR test, which is the type of test, you know, one of the type of tests that they use to check for quote unquote viruses, a PCR test can give you the wrong result. It can give you a negative when it should be positive, or positive when it should be negative, because it's picking up this cellular debris. And that's where the global controversy that was going on outside of Dr. Sebi. Outside of Dr. Sebi, there was a global controversy going on about the proper procedure to isolate a virus to prove the existence of a virus, behind a particular disease or whatever the case may be. And so there was a lot of controversy about whether the HIV virus was properly isolated. And, one of the sides to that argument is, if it was not properly, isolated, then how could we see these things here? How do you account for the cellular breakdown and the PCR test and some of the other things? And so the ideology at the time, the theory that Dr. Sebi was working on, explained all of those things in detail, right? Now, later on, what Dr. Sebi was describing would become known widespread now as leaky gut. Everybody talking about leaky gut, leaky gut. Leaky gut is dangerous. Leaky gut can lead to autoimmune disease and all this other shit. Dr. Sebi was the first one to describe this. And he was talking about it in reference to anal sex. So that's important. I just wanted y'all to get that pretext that a part of his working theory was the body being depleted of glutathione before we go in to the article. So now you got that understanding. Here's the article, the scientific article that has nothing to do with Sebi, right? This has nothing to do with Sebi. This is not Sebi's article. He didn't write this. This was scientists that put together a test in Africa to see if they could successfully address HIV with nutrition, right? And so I included that article in my book because the article demonstrates that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you can clearly address HIV with nutrition because these scientists did it, right? So anyway, the abstract goes, HIV-1 encodes for one of the human glutathione peroxidases. As a consequence, as it is replicated, its genetic needs cause it to deprive HIV-1 seropositive individuals not only of glutathione peroxidase, but also the four basic components of this seleno enzyme, namely selenium, cysteine, glutamine, and tryptophan. Eventually, this depletion process causes severe deficiencies in all the substances. These, in turn, are responsible for the major symptoms of AIDS, which include immune system collapse, greater susceptibility to cancer, myocardial infarction, muscle wasting, girly body disease. That's another conversation, right? Depression, which Victor says is the cause of Dr. Sebi's death. Victor don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Diarrhea, psychosis, and dementia. As the immune system fails, associated pathogenic cofactors become responsible for a variety of their own unique symptoms. Any treatment for HIV/AIDS must therefore include normalization of body levels of glutathione peroxidase, selenium, cysteine, glutamine, tryptophan. Although various clinical trials have improved the health of AIDS patients by correcting one or more of these nutritional deficiencies, they have not until the present been addressed together. Physicians involved in a selenium and amino acid field trial in Botswana, however, are reporting that this nutritional protocol reverses AIDS in 99% of the patients receiving it, usually within 3 weeks. Now, that's from Medline, right? Selenium along with amino acid supplementation. Nutrition, right? So anyway, that's in the book, Eat Right for Your Haplotype. This book been out for years, so I can't make this shit up overnight. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I just wanted to go through that real quick is because the main premise of the documentary was, you know, this part of Sebi being able to nutritionally address HIV. Now, of course, Dr. Sebi said that there's no such thing as amino acids and proteins and blah, blah, blah. But he was, you know, not prescribing, but he was suggesting to people to take certain herbs and eat certain foods that were, that had amino acids. But remember, Dr. Sebi actually admitted to people on more than one occasion that he really didn't fully understand what he was doing. Just to be honest, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. If you listen to Dr. Sebi's story, he tells you that he was sick because he was eating crazy, and he went to see the Mexican. And when he went to see the Mexican guy couldn't really even explain it to him, but he told him which herbs to eat. It's like, eat these herbs, and these herbs going to handle the problems. Now, from there, Dr. Sebi ate the herbs, the problems were gone. And so Dr. Sebi then telling people the same thing. Listen, take these herbs and it'll get rid of the problem. Now, the actual breakdown of what's in the plants and how the plants do what they do and blah, 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 blah. That's up for the next generation to come in and fill in some of those blanks. You know what I'm saying? So for me, in my personal opinion, that doesn't take away from his greatness because he didn't have the scientific breakdown of every plant that he suggested. That's why you build, right? The top of the pyramid, anyway. So my point, getting back to KT though, right? I think that I'm sure of it when I think back on the scenario. He was very embarrassed, and it caused him to be extremely jealous from that moment going forward, because we here under the spotlight. Everybody's here. Your mama's there. The goofy ass pills is there. Mr. G is there, Chef Aki is there, Nick Cannon is there, a whole bunch of white niggas, the whole camera crew and shit is there. There's lights, cameras, action, the makeup, everybody's there. And KT don't know how the shit work. Woo, nigga! He don't know how this work. Listen to what I'm telling you. He could not explain that shit to save his life. He didn't know. Listen, he didn't know. He didn't know what specific nutritional deficiencies, like how I just read that to you and broke that down. He did not know. Listen, he didn't know. Imagine you in the NBA playoffs and you get in the game, your whole family, your school coaches, everybody watching, and you out there shooting air balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know. And it's not like he got to the place and he didn't woo. He didn't know. And he was asking questions like uncharacteristic questions of himself. You know what I'm saying? I know my students. You know what I'm saying? I know how I talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to dealing with, you know, KT's questions over the years will be very, very detailed. Very detailed. And he always had a very, I'm not going to say like an ego, but he always had to come with some information whenever he was asking me for some information, you know, just to make himself feel like he you know, he's in balance or whatever the case may be. But the day of the video shoot, he was uncharacteristically nervous, and you know, he just wasn't himself, and he was asking questions about, you know, the herbs, and you know, what did I really think, like, yo, so what herb you really think, you know, like, and I'm just, you know, I'm like I'm like, nigga, you know, like, you know, it's game time. Like, nigga, it's game time. We about to run out on the game floor. Like, this is not, you know, like, this ain't practice. This ain't the layup. You know, this ain't time to work on your shot. You know, like, this is it. You know, this is it. We getting ready to go out here and do the thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, you know, you got to know your shit now. Like, this is, you got to know, and not just know your shit, because knowing your shit means that, you know, whatever it is in your wheelhouse, like your particular, like for me, my specialty that I address is, you know, weight loss, diabetes, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's, all of the things that surround diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not limited, you know, to that. But you got to know in this scenario, because it's not a documentary about Inky or KT or even Mama Pill. It's a documentary about Dr. Sebi, and very specifically about the court case. It's about the court case. So you got to come in knowing, you know, that you supposed to be, oh, I'm Dr. Sebi's son. You know, I was born into the information of Dr. Sebi and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nigga, well, tell these niggas how to age shit. Break it down. Yeah, you born into this information, nigga. Drop that HIV shit on them, nigga. Woo, nigga, listen. Yo, those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck you done to that? Yo. Oh my God. Oh. He didn't know. He listen, you could fake it. You could, you know, you could fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. He didn't know that information there, bro. This is what I do. You know, I'm the GOAT when it comes to this. I already apologized to y'all in advance earlier, you know, but this is a fact. I'm the GOAT when it comes to this here. Like, you know, I was in that bitch looking like 50. I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. What? It's like, oh yeah, let me, you know, Bronx style, KRS-One. Let me see that microphone there. So what you want me to break it in? You want me to sit over there and just explain how the whole plants and the age? You want me to break it down how to? Yo. No, but you know, this is the shit that had niggas losing their mind, Jim. I promise you, this is what it was. You know what I'm saying? Niggas talk that shit. See, let me explain to you guys out there one thing I learned over the years about talking shit. Because I'm not, this is not an act. Like the way I talk and how I walk and laugh and play and handle myself, I've been the same way since forever, bro. Niggas that know me from kindergarten know me for being like this. Niggas that know me from junior high school, that know me from the block, the neighborhood, the wherever. This is me. So let me explain to you guys one thing over the years you learn about talking shit. You gotta be able to back it up. You gotta be able to back your shit up. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk my shit, you know, when niggas, they're like, all right, yeah, let's see what Inky. Oh yeah, Inky ready. Put that camera over here. Let me show you. Put that camera over here. Let me show you. Yeah. But for some people that are, you know, like it's almost like a curse. I can't even say gift and a curse. It's like a curse and a curse. It's like a curse and a not blessing. You know what I'm saying? They put you in between a rock and a hard place because the technical health community, you know, they looking for you to come like with the white jacket and, you know, definitely not having gold teeth and, you know, be, you know, just, you know, they want you to be like, you know, you got to do it like that. Right now, the conscious community is supposed to be the opposite of that, you know, mainstream community, but they're not. The conscious community is just a fake version of the mainstream. And that's why you see so much fraudulent, crazy shit going on within the conscious community, because these people is not people that grew up with certain type of family and really grew up around certain type of information. These are people that are posturing and faking. So in the conscious community, they've created the same type of mini version of the mainstream. So mainstream, you got to come with your credentials and your white jacket. And, you know, you've got to, you know, in the conscious community, instead of your white jacket, you need to come with your dashiki on, and you need to say, you know, peace, queen. And, you know, you have your afro or your dreadlocks with your sandals. And I don't know what it is about niggas with sandals on, but I feel like in the conscious community, your sandals is not official unless you got dirty toenails. So niggas got to have the open toe sandals with dirty toenails. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that is. But clearly there's a criteria that I don't meet, because first of all, we're not doing the open toe sandals. We don't. That's the same as like Shaka Akmos with that. My bad. I'm just going off on a tangent. Anyway, we don't do open toe sandals from 158th Street in the Bronx. That's just not what we do. So I'm not getting ready to do that. You know, and I'm not getting ready to posture up to be somebody besides me. Yeah, I'm not getting ready to posture up to be somebody besides me, you know, because that's been the only person I could rely on long term, you know, throughout my life. There's been a lot of ups and downs, rough battles, and I just had to be me, you know, through it all. That's the only thing that gives me solace. You know what I'm saying? If you win, I could say I won being myself. If I take an L and I lose, or I don't get an opportunity or whatever, I could say I didn't get the opportunity because they didn't, you know, it wasn't for me. And I'm comfortable with that. God looks me out good. Yeah, God looks me out good. You know what I'm saying? So we, you know, me and homeboy, all right. So, but in terms of this whole health thing, it just be like the same scenario. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always used to that weird dynamic because when I was growing up, you know, because of my family situation on both sides, I was, you know, kind of like in the street with the, you know, the tougher kids, I guess. But I was too smart for them niggas. So, you know, it was always a weird dynamic there. But then because of my smarts in the academic setting, I was with the smart kids, and they always felt bullied. You know what I'm saying? Like I was too tough, you know, like but that's not me intentionally trying to bully anyone. Like even sometimes when I do videos and share platforms with people, you know, they feel like I'm bullying, you know, or whatever, but I'm not. This is me when I'm not. This is me alone. Right now is nobody else I'm sharing the video with. This is how I talk. You know what I'm saying? I still talk the same way, laugh the same way. This is so why would I do it any different? Because it's another nigga on the video with me, or it's a woman or somebody else. Like, no, nigga, this is Dr. Inky. And before it was Dr. Inky, it was Minister Inky. And before it was Minister Inky, it was Black from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, this is still me, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that incident was really what, you know, that was like, I know for a fact that was the thing that created this whole, yeah.
Just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room, but the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter with someone who didn't really know who you were. Just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room, but the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter with someone who didn't really know who you were until they knew who you were.
Now, see, hold on now. You got to understand there's a lot of things happening right there. See, them Gucci penny loafers right there. See, that boy be sharp now. That boy be sharp now. I'm trying to tell you something. Them Gucci penny loafers right there. Them, you know,
Just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who...
Now notice the same way. Let me see it. Can I make that any bigger? No, I can't make it bigger. But notice the same way that I just read that article to y'all out of the book. I got the same well, not the same, but I got the Eat Right for Your Haplotype in my hand right there. You see, that's mine. That's my original copy of it because I done wore it out. The damn cover of the book done ripped off and all that. Then I got a bunch of little pages messed up in there. You see my notes and all that. So, you know, I didn't come to play. I came on my Drake. You know, I was in there on my Drake LeBron shit. I was coming in there for, you know, I was coming in there looking like Yeezy. What Kanye's did? No, this is before he was Ye. This is when he was still Kanye. What he said? He said, niggas thought I was making a compilation. I was really making myself a competition. Listen, I wasn't coming in there to fuck around. Right? I wasn't in there to fuck around. Yeah. And y'all know I still don't fuck around. Y'all know that right now. Y'all know your boy don't fuck around. I don't play no games. I can't come tell y'all a story. Let me see what this is here. Let me see what we got here. What's this? Let's see if y'all can hear this.
So, knowing your extensive knowledge in the space. Cool. So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all your extensive knowledge.
So that's NICKCANNON asking me questions right now. This is the actual set.
So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all your extensive knowledge in the space. Expound on the conspiracy of AIDS and HIV.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's a few different pieces to it. So there's HIV, right? We're gonna put it.
Okay, so y'all hear Nick asking me. This is not cap. Y'all know I'm not Kaepernick. We don't. When I tell y'all shit, I provide all the motherfucking receipts and the details and all that for the situations and all that.
So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all.
Listen, y'all know I don't fuck around. So remember earlier now I was saying that they pulled the fast one. This is what these niggas did later on, and this is what brought me back to this moment. I think it was the LL and Cannabis battle. I'm not sure if it was the LL and Cannabis battle. It might have been the LL and Cannabis battle. I think, matter of fact, I'm almost certain it was the LL. I think LL came in with a verse, right? LL came in with a verse, and then Cannabis came in with a verse, and LL felt like he dissed him. So LL went and wrote a whole new verse, and that was what, the world, he kind of destroyed Cannabis, So anyway, after this filming, they filmed the documentary or whatever. Mr. G and KT go and they refilm KT's parts. Oh shit! Oh my God, I'm dead. Listen. They go and refilm KT shit. They got to go refilm KT shit. You know what I'm saying? So they can create this story because they already had this plan laid out where, they was going to create KT as the heir to the Dr. Sebi throne and sell all these products and make all this money and ride off into the motherfucking sunset. The problem with that is Mr. G bet on the wrong horse because Mr. G just came out of nowhere. So he didn't really know. He just kind of, he Dr. Sebi cameraman. He filmed a bunch of shit with Dr. Sebi, but he didn't really know who's who and what's what. And Mr. G didn't know the science like that. So he couldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't tell. So he just like, okay, well, this is Mama Pill's son. And, so he must be the one. He must be the. Just like a bunch of niggas think Victor is the, oh no, Victor. No, this is Dr. Sebi's son. Look at him. He looked just like Dr. Sebi. He must be the one because he got to have that information. This nigga running around selling snake protein powder. Yo, I swear to God, this nigga here. Every time I think about that, I don't give a fuck if none of y'all laugh. That is the funniest thing of all time to me. Every time I think of Dr. Sebi's flesh and blood son, Victor, that looked just like him, running around here selling snake powder. That is the most hilarious, crazy shit of all time. But yeah, so anyway, so KT and Mr. G goes and they like trying to refilm KT shit for the documentary to make it seem like he that ball, and then put together a campaign like on Mr. G page to build up KT, you know what I'm saying? And still they need the OG authenticity. So if you go see, well, they probably took it down by now, but the first video on Mr. G page is, these are the two guys that's taking over Dr. Sebi's legacy, Dr. Inky and KT the Archdegree. And then from there, there's no Dr. Inky in it. It's just KT the Archdegree. So, but Mr. G, I don't fault Mr. G. I don't blame Mr. G. Mr. G's an older guy. He from Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn niggas about getting their money. You know, but KT. So I think that embarrassment and that jealousy, you know, for the potential spotlight in that situation, you know, was so big. And I think that he might have had so much that he thought was going to come of that moment that it was just too much. You know, the doctor with the gold teeth, you know, that boy sharp. That boy sharp. You know what I'm saying? You see the cufflinks on that shirt there? You listen, man, if you see the cufflinks on that French cut, you listen, hold on, let me go back to that, man. Y'all playing games. Listen, that boy there, see, these goofy niggas, they think they wearing that old conscious dumb shit. That's listen, you see that boy right there ain't play no games. He came to,
So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all your extensive knowledge in the space, expound on the conspiracy of AIDS and HIV.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's a few different pieces to it. So there's HIV, right? We're going to put HIV over here. Then you got AIDS over here, right? So the easy way for people to look at this and see that there's more than meets the eye to the story is very simple, right? Google has now become the largest library in written history where you can find it. So if we simply take out our phones and we Google retroviruses, right? The moment we Google retroviruses, it's going to be something very interesting pop up right there, like the first 2-3 sentences. It's going to say that retroviruses are not pathological or contagious. So if retroviruses, which HIV is supposed to be, is not contagious, then that right there puts a hole in the foundation of what we know as HIV because it's supposed to be an STD. So you have to have one piece. Then I would take you in another direction and say, how much time do medical doctors and surgeons spend on studying water in school when they're going through med school? And it's almost insane, but they spend very little time on it. And why?
all right, and real quick, just to help people out, you know what I'm saying, as we go through this, because we got to work. You know how I do. We got to work as we working, right? We got to work as we working, right? We got to work as we working. So see, this is National Institute of Health. right? So this is from the National Institute of Health Library right here. This is not, we don't play no games. We don't make up nothing. This ain't that goofball shit you used to over here. This is something totally different when you at Dr. Inky's page, right? This is why people send in the Cash Apps, the Patreons, the support. They support the real research, right? So I'm just, just as we go along, I'm just showing y'all what I'm saying right here. So, yeah, that's all. Yeah. We can get back to this, but we got work to work through today. We teaching, right? We teaching.
Cool. So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all your extensive knowledge in the space, expound on the conspiracy of AIDS and HIV.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's a few different pieces to it. So there's HIV, right? We're gonna put HIV over here. Then you got AIDS over here, right? So the easy way for people to look at this and see that there's more than meets the eye to the story is very simple, right? Google has now become the largest library in written history where you can find anything. So if we simply take out our phones and we Google retroviruses, right? The moment we Google retroviruses, it's going to be something very interesting pop up right there, like the first 2-3 sentences. It's going to say that retroviruses are not pathological or contagious. So if retroviruses, which HIV is supposed to be, is not contagious, then that right there puts a hole in the foundation of what we know of as HIV because it's supposed to be an STD. So you have to have one piece. Then I would take you in another direction and say, how much time do medical doctors and surgeons spend on studying water in school when they're going through med school? And it's almost insane, but they spend very little time on it. And why it's important is because water is the basis of all of the biochemistry that happens in your body. No proteins, no hormones, peptides, none of them function dry, right? When you look in the body, the most abundant molecule is water. The second most abundant molecule in your body is glutathione. And that's where the story starts, right? Because I already gave you the critically low white blood cell count as an indicator. You have the other piece. Now glutathione is going to bring it home for you. Glutathione is the one thing that all AIDS patients are critically deficient in.
Okay, hold on. Somebody just texted me they want to see the babies. Hold on. Everybody said they want to see the babies. Oh man, y'all know Dr. Inky. I got to have the babies on. The babies got to be. Yeah. I'm not going nowhere without the babies. Now y'all know the babies is on deck. Y'all know the babies was on deck. You know they had their phone posits and they teddy bears. You know that's what they was on. They was on their phone posits and teddy bear shit down there. Yeah, I just had the little twins with me so I could be mobile. You know, I just had the little twins with me so I could be mobile. But you see, in Nick Cannon hands, I gave him the book that Tony wrote. That's the black cover, and then right behind it, you could see a little bit of the edge of the Eat Right for Your Haplotype book cover. Right behind it. Yeah. Now you know I don't fuck around. Oh, let me see if I can I bring this, make this bigger? Yep. Bam. Yeah. So you can see you can see the second book right there behind that. So of course Nick got I brought Nick a copy. So as I'm breaking it down, shit is referenced. Shit is referenced. Okay. And right here, I promise you, Aubrey is not thinking about anything but when is snack time happening? Yeah, Aubrey's thinking about when is snack time happening. Kylie is thinking about the cameras and the lights, and she recognized Nick Cannon from the TV show and all this other shit. Aubrey recognized him. She know who Nick Cannon was from the Wild 'N Out show, but she was thinking about snack time. She was on. So yeah. When is snack time happening? Period. Dad, all these lights and all this. Snack time. Yeah, that's what she was on. When is snack time happening?
Of course, the boy, not just them.
Cool. So, switching pages for a quick second. Knowing with all your extensive knowledge in the space, expound on the conspiracy of AIDS and HIV.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's a few different pieces to it. So there's HIV, right? We're gonna put HIV over here. Then you got AIDS over here, right? So the easy way for people to look at this and see that there's more than meets the eye to the story is very simple, right? Google has now become the largest library in written history where you can find anything. So if we simply take out our phones and we Google retroviruses, right? The moment we Google retroviruses, it's going to be something very interesting pop up right there, like the first 2-3 sentences. It's going to say that retroviruses are not pathological or contagious. So if retroviruses, which HIV is supposed to be, is not contagious, then that right there puts a hole in the foundation of what we know of as HIV because it's supposed to be an STD. So you have to have one piece. Then I would take you in another direction and say, how much time do medical doctors and surgeons spend on studying water in school when they're going through med school? And it's almost insane, but they spend very little time on it. And why it's important is because water is the basis of all of the biochemistry that happens in your body. No proteins, no hormones, peptides, none of them function dry, right? When you look in the body, the most abundant molecule is water. The second most abundant molecule in your body is glutathione. And that's where the story starts, right? Because I already gave you the critically low white blood cell count as an indicator. You have the other piece. Now glutathione is going to bring it all home for you. Glutathione is the one thing that all AIDS patients are critically deficient in across the board. And not just them, it's anemia, it's a host of other situations. And where that again ties into the institutionalized racism is in the same capacity as Black people produce the highest amount of antibodies and the lowest amount of white blood cells, they also have the highest requirement for selenium. And so having a low amount of selenium in the standard American diet affects them at the greatest rate. So if we're walking around critically low glutathione, most of us don't know that largely is your immune system. So now when you look back at HIV-1, the retrovirus, as it encodes or replicates itself, it produces the exact same glutathione peroxidase as humans do. So now as it has reprioritized your nutrients, you become deficient of, well, glutathione peroxidase, right? But then also selenium, cysteine, glutamine, lysine, tryptophan, and your B vitamins, right? Your B vitamins are water vitamins, and since glutathione is the number one water antioxidant, they're all water soluble. This is all in your body's water. So that's another piece. When we become dehydrated, it's impossible to have adequate glutathione levels, right? And this is your antioxidant. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. I'll break it down even better for you. You have a front end to your cellular defense system, and you have a back end. The front end of your cellular defense system is what's called the NRF2 system. The NRF2 system is like a Captain America shield. It's called the Keep One molecule. And then there's a little NRF2 molecule sits behind it. That Keep One molecule is composed of cysteine, right? It's a sulfur-based amino acid. And as free radicals and just nasty little bad guys come into the cell, they hit that shield. When that shield gets eroded away, the NRF2 molecule, that shield is the front end. When that front end is done, that NRF2 molecule runs for protection. It runs for protection behind the fortress. The fortress is the nucleus of the cell. When it gets in the nucleus of the cell, it basically rings the alarm to try to rally up the soldiers. Now, all of those soldiers are going to be selenium-based enzymes, led by glutathione. So now, the second piece is, if there's no selenium, if there's no cysteine, if there's no tryptophan, you have no front-end protection, and when that alarm is rung, you don't have the raw nutrients in your body to synthesize the enzymes that actually fight the bad guys for you. So that's where the immune system is actually collapsing. So it's not necessarily that the immune system is collapsing, because that is a system of production in the body. What it is that the raw nutrients that...
See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I be making this shit up, but y'all have to know that I'm the Lord of the Rings with this shit. When I tell y'all something, I could reach back into history and pull the receipt. Like, oh, y'all thought I was... Oh, receipts. We got receipts. See, that I had to pull out the receipt on you niggas, and then see, but this is why I had to play this clip, because this little clip, this was very inspirational. And sis, I keep it in my phone and pull it out from time to time, because it's a very powerful little clip, especially when niggas don't know who they dealing with.
Might just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God... Might just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room, but the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter with someone who didn't really know who you were until they knew who you were.
Yeah.
Might just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Anyway, but God will sit you in the room. Anyway, but God will sit you in the room. God will sit you in the room. God will sit you in the room to give you a preview. God God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like. God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you. I just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough, everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room, but the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter with someone who didn't really know who you were until they knew who you were.
That key one molecule is composed of cysteine, right? It's a sulfur-based amino acid. And it has free radicals and just nasty little bad guys come into the cell. They get that shield. When that shield gets eroded away, the NRF2 molecule, like that shield is the front end. When that front end is done, that NRF2 molecule runs for protection. It runs for protection behind the fortress. The fortress is the nucleus of the cell. When it gets in the nucleus of the cell, it basically rings the alarm to try to rally up the soldiers. Now, all of those soldiers are going to be selenium-based enzymes, being led by glutathione. So now, the second piece is, if there's no selenium, if there's no cysteine, if there's no tryptophan, you have no front-end protection, and when that alarm is rung, you don't have the raw nutrients in your body to synthesize the enzymes that actually fight the bad guys for you. So that's where the immune system is actually collapsing. So it's not necessarily that the immune system is collapsing, because that is a system of production in the body. What it is that the raw nutrients that comprise the enzymes and the antioxidants that do the fighting are not there in the system, because the retrovirus is replicating, prioritizing it for itself. So your body doesn't have the raw material. And they actually did a test in Botswana, and they were reversing AIDS in Botswana like nobody's business. And this is clinically documented, just using nutrition. And all of the symptoms that's accompanied with AIDS, you can directly attribute to the nutritional deficiency, meaning when you see the depression is because there's no tryptophan. Tryptophan is the aromatic amino acid that's the precursor to serotonin. So serotonin is what gives you the awake, perky, goal setting, you're ready to handle your business throughout the day. So no tryptophan, no serotonin. Then you have sleepless nights. The reason there's sleepless nights is because the pineal gland converts serotonin into melatonin. So if you don't have tryptophan to produce serotonin, then you don't have serotonin to produce melatonin. So now there's no sleep. Right? If you don't have selenium, you can't produce any of the selenium-based enzymes that protect the body from microorganisms, cancers, tumors, fibroids, etc. If you don't have cysteine, you don't have the front-end protection or to keep one molecule to keep the cells healthy, right? So all of the actual neurological functions, the depression, is linked directly to the nutritional deficiencies. The glutathione is what regulates the mucus in the lungs. So that's one of those key little things that people try to pick apart, that Dr. Sebi said it was just too advanced for them to understand it. Because Sebi said that AIDS was largely mucus in the lungs. AIDS was largely mucus in the lungs, and they didn't get it. Because if you're critically low glutathione, then there is no way for the lungs to keep the constant mucus production from getting hard and clogging up all the passageways in the lungs. So now when that happens, the lungs aren't able to regulate the immunoglobulins, particularly immunoglobulin G, that the lungs are responsible for. This is the connection between lungs and the HLA system, or the human leukocyte antigen system. So a lot of these things is just a matter of being able to take that thread and that needle and fine tune all these little pieces. But with Dr. Sebi understanding that he was speaking to them.
Anyway, but God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like. You in the room to give you in the room. Anyway, but God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like. I just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room. But the room's...
With Dr. Sebi understanding that he was speaking to the masses, a lot of the super detailed science would have went over their heads. So what he told people was mucus. Because you can't see oxygen not getting to your tissues with the naked eye. You can't see hypoxia. You can't see inflammation causing the glycocalyx that protects the mucous membrane eroding. You can't see the candida that lives on the mucous membrane mutating into fungus. None of those things you can see. But you can see, you can feel and see the mucus as you're spitting it up, or sputter, the scientific term for it. You know what I'm saying? You can see what you're spitting up, and you can feel it. So, you know, this little key pieces.
Facts. So, I mean, I would just say, knowing, the importance of, or what we're doing, and Dr. Sebi's messages now being spread, awaken to the process. Why hasn't been getting for so long, and why is it important now that people pay attention and take heed?
Some things are hidden in plain sight. You know, like
You know what?
Movies.
Mob said we ain't got the subs up. Ain't nobody hitting the subscriber button. Mob said we not hitting the likes. So you know what? We'll cut the exclusive. Y'all don't need the exclusive. That's enough receipts. But I got the whole joint. I could play everybody parts. Yeah. Receipt man.
Just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before I just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room. But the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter. Don't worry, soon enough everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right. Let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right. Let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed. Might just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough, everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly. So I'm going to sit you in the room, but the room's not going to know who you are. I don't know if you've ever had an encounter with someone who didn't really know who you were until they knew who you were.
Yeah, see, I think I just be making shit up till the receipts pop out. It's all right.
Might just be you and God for a season. Don't worry, soon enough, everybody will see what God saw. But can you be okay if nobody knows it but you and God? Nobody knows how talented I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Nobody knows how gifted I am. That's all right, let them sleep. Because you're not ready for it to be exposed anyway. But God will sit you in the room to give you a preview of what the room feels like before the room knows that it's you. Because I want you to see the character of all the people who are going to be around you before they know that you're king. Because when they find out you're king, they may want something from you. I want you to see everyone properly.
I want you to see everyone properly. See, I want y'all to see these things properly. Listen, I'm showing y'all the real shit. Let me see what else I got in here. Let me see what else I got in here. I got all kind of shit in here. Let me see what else I got in here. Oh, y'all want to see Mama Pill's first lecture? Look, let me show y'all receipts. Y'all want to see Mama Pill's first lecture since the 1980s? Let's see who put Mama Pill back out on the map. Let's see who put Mama Pill back out on the map. I wonder who did that. Let's see who put Mama Pill back out on the map. Look at this here. I didn't even know I had this in here. I got all kind of, don't play with me, bro. Y'all got to stop playing with me, man. I got all kind of shit. Listen. Now, this is before KT. This is before KT even met Larry. This is in Atlanta. This is me bringing Mama Pill out for her first lecture in over 20, 30 years. Now, y'all see me with the mohawk, with the custom suit and all that. You know, the boy be clean. You know, I don't play them games. Okay, you know the boy be clean. You know the boy be clean. Hold on, I'm trying to see if y'all can see my tie. Hold on. Let me see if we can find Dr. Inky tie. Man, I wish we had a close-up of that tie. That tie is tough. Let me tell you. That tie is tough, though. Hold on. I got this tie in North Carolina. This was a handmade Louis Vuitton tie to match the brown in the suit. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious joint right there. Yeah. See, I got those. See, I can pull out these receipts. Now, the reason why you see me up there in the front of the room setting up the equipment, now he's rushing up there behind me, you know, obviously because that's his mom. But I'm up there because this is my venue, this is my event, and it's my equipment. My venue, my event, my equipment. So, of course, I got to set it up when there's technical difficulties because I'm putting KT on. You see what I'm showing you? Listen to what I'm showing you people at home. Wakey, wakey. I'm putting KT on, the barbershop bootleg DVD salesman. I'm putting him on. I'm giving him a shot. Yeah. And I'm bringing Mama Pill back out. Yeah, I'm bringing Mama Pill out too. So I could put, you know, help her put her business back on the map. Yeah. So when I talk my shit and I say I'll give anybody $100 to produce a video with Dr. Sebi introducing KT to the people as a healer, I'm not only saying that because I know the video does not exist because Dr. Sebi never introduced KT as a healer. And mind you, when this lecture is being done, Dr. Sebi is alive and well and teaching. And he's not bringing out Mama Pill respectfully, nor is he bringing out KT the Arc Degree. I am doing that. I am doing that. With receipts. And I got older ones too. Yeah, I got older ones too. With receipts. So this is what I'm saying. I don't know why niggas play with me, bro. I don't know why they play with me, bro. I'm the wrong one to play with, bro. Like, don't play with me, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. And actually, I see. So now that we get into it, you know, we can start pinpointing some of these things, but these are only facts. Large order of facts with a small side order of truth. Let me get a large order of facts with a small side order of truth. Yeah. Let me get a large order of facts with a small order of truth. In fact, let me get two of them side orders of truth. Listen, that's why niggas ain't hitting the likes on the video because they don't like the video. Just relax. Let them do their thing. They don't like what they seeing, but that's often how it is with truth. It's hard to swallow. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to swallow. This nigga don't even got an afro in this video, do he? Yo, nigga ain't even got an afro yet, huh? He don't even got an afro yet. He don't even got an afro yet. Now, his name is KT the Arch Degree. He's not even a Mason, let alone a Royal Arch Mason. I'm a Royal Arch Mason. So the name is fraud. This is my son. When I tell y'all that these niggas be my sons, I'm not making this up. I apologize to y'all at the beginning if some of this sounds incredibly arrogant. But this is just my life. These are just facts. That's why videos like this exist. See, these videos wouldn't exist if I was making these things up. You see? You see the flyer for it? Look at the flyer for it. Nobody's even on the flyer but me. You see that? Nobody's on the flyer but me. Right? And you see how I'm dressed. That's the full street. You see the vest on that. Come on now. You see, come on now. We're not even playing. We're not even playing with it. You see what's happening. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. I pulls out these things here. These are called receipts. So the reason why people not liking the video is because, well, they don't like the video. Y'all want to see another one? Look, I got another one where I was introducing him in North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, look, here's another one with him opening up for me in North Carolina. Y'all want to see another one with him opening up for me in North Carolina? I got a bunch of these. I got plenty of receipts. That's what I'm saying.
Let me express this information to you. We're going to do a Q&A. I'm going to do a piece, and then we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to give y'all about... It's on the table over there. 10 to 15 minutes to...
In fact, this is the first lecture that Larry actually came to. This is the first time Larry came out with us on the road. So I not only let KT open up, but this is the first time Larry came out. I had a bunch of these. Yeah. I got a bunch of these. See, I can show y'all the videos where I'm saying, when I say I introduced him as a healer and taught him how to do this, I got the videos to show you what I'm saying. So everybody that doesn't like it, I get it. Y'all watching him over there on Mr. G page, Brother Rich page, and Peace Queen, all that. Yeah. But see, all I got to do is sit back and sip my shit and hit play on receipts. All I got to do is sip my shit and hit play on receipts. And then you got to deal with that. Right? You got to deal with that. Hold on, man. I'll be having so many different. Let me see. What's this right here? Oh, I ain't even pulling these out. Woo-wee! Boy, you better stop playing with me, man. You better stop playing with me, boy. Oh my goodness. See, listen. So I'm telling y'all, these are facts. This is what happened when we got down to that place and all them people was there. And it was time to be who you say you are. You know, like Drake said, you know it's real when you are who you say you are. When it was time to prove that you are who you say you are, he couldn't do that. So I didn't do anything different. I wasn't out of character. I didn't perform in a special way. I didn't do nothing that I ordinarily do. I didn't know what he was prepared to say, what questions they was going to ask. You know, I had a rough idea because I knew what the subject matter was. But other than that, I didn't know anything special. But from that day forward, he started acting very different. Very different. And over time, it would add, it would add up to, shit being super crazy. Yeah. Let me see something. Damn, those are pictures of me and Baba Kalindi in the studio. Oh, man. Yeah, I had Baba Kalindi in the studio with me while I was recording my album. That was a special moment. That was a special moment. I don't know if I'm sharing those pics on this video. But, so when I tell y'all things like, listen, oh, you know what? Let's talk about this real quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all one of the things. See, now this is very important. Y'all may not think this is important, but this is very important. Hold on. Okay, I want y'all to see this. Just pay attention to this. This is important. This is important right here. Right now, this is very important for a lot of reasons, right? This transformation I did, and this is only 60 days. The 120-day push-up challenge is not over yet. So we still in the middle of our 120, push-up challenge, 120-day push-up challenge. And I'm about to do my update photo again. Actually, I'm supposed to do it on the 26th of every month. I post my, how my body is changing over the 30 days with the challenge. But I might wait till my birthday on the 30th and then post a picture then. You know what I'm saying? But this is very important because as you see me in the video breaking down the information to Nick Cannon and the camera crew about the NRF2 system, in terms of the holistic community, the NRF2 system is one of the things that I'm solely responsible for introducing to people. Most of these guys they've never heard of it before. In fact, when I start teaching people about the NRF2 system, that's what led some of the more, less read or illiterate guys say, oh, Inky's making that stuff up. There's no such thing as an NRF2 system. And I'm cracking up. I'm laughing my ass off because to me, when I'm teaching and somebody goes, yeah, he making that up. And this is some shit that everybody in the established world already knows. It not only tells me that the person that's trying to expose me is a fucking idiot, but all of the people that follow that person. So over the years, people know me for busting out and laughing in people's faces, but it's really hard to contain sometimes when people just say things that's totally ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, not only is the NRF2 system at the center of your body's defense system, how your body fights off, various bacteria and infections and, whatever have you. But the NRF2 system is also at the center of how do I say? Oh, I just say obesity, right? Or weight management, your NRF2 system and your pigment system. And the reason why a lot of people are dealing with problems managing their weight is because they're not getting these two things in order. And a lot of these goofball guys that's selling herbs, they don't have products that address this. You don't listen, you know that their products don't address it because these niggas don't even know what it is. So how could they products, when you think about this, when you sit down as a herbalist and you're putting plants together to get the desired effect in a person, you have to know what the desired effect is before you put the formula together. So if you're watching these niggas' video catalogs and you've never heard them talk about it, clearly it's not in their products because they don't know about it. They learned about it from me. Yeah. Let me pull this shit up and show you. Now look. Now, if you want to fact check what I'm saying, right? Look, here's just fact checking what I'm saying. Watch this. Go to your Google and type in NRF2 and then type in fat loss. Yeah, it's going to pop up looking something like this. You know why? Because these are facts. Remember what I said? Let me get a large order of facts with a side order of truth. Look. There's a bazillion different scientific websites that will break down to you how the NRF2 system is at the center of fat loss, obesity. Yeah. Look, we can go through all of these different pages. It's gonna explain to you the same thing. And look, let's go over here and see what we got. Look. National Institute of Health.gov, the role of the NRF2 signaling in obesity and insulin sensitivity. The role of NRF2, adipocyte differentiation, obesity, and insulin resistance. NRF2 benefits for weight loss. NRF2 and obesity. Obesity and NRF2. Bro, I don't know what else, how many times, how many different ways. Look. The dark side of NRF2. Now, this is for people that smoke cigarettes. This is for people that smoke cigarettes. NRF2 regulates what? What's that right there? Beta cell mass. By suppressing beta cell death. Okay, in case you didn't know, the beta cells are the cells inside the pancreas that makes the insulin. So right here is telling you the NRF2 system is what protects the beta cells. This is what I'm saying when I, respectfully, when I say I'm the GOAT with this shit, this is, I'm not making these things up. These just so happen to be facts. Listen, these things just so happen to be facts. So, and this is a very important point besides just me telling y'all I'm amazing. This just, we're going somewhere with this for a second. Now listen, because I'm responsible, right, for putting the young buck into position, right? When I find out that we doing this, let me show you something. Look, let me hit the share screen. When I find out that we doing this out here in the streets, look, when I find out this is how we carrying it now, I gotta come out and I gotta, then I gotta say something and then niggas get mad with me. Let's go to Etsy. Let's go to Etsy. Okay, look at this here. When I find out that we carrying it like this, look at this. We on Etsy. Look at this. When I find out we carrying it like this, you see this? When I find out we carrying it like this, now mind you, let's click on this here, $18.50. Look at this. 3 ounces for $18.50. 30 ounces for $135. 30 ounces for $135. First of all, you see this color right here? This is freshly melted. I'm explaining to y'all how this works. This is freshly melted. When you put this at room temperature, it's going to look like this, because this is the picture. You see what that say right there? This listing, this cakey stuff right here, this is how this turns at room temperature. Okay? If you have the bottom of the barrel botana oil that's burnt, that's unable to sell, this is how it looks when you purchase it. Now, just so that we all on the same page, y'all see that? $4.50 an ounce. So you're buying burned botana oil at $4 an ounce and selling it for $99 for 4 ounces. What do you mean by burned botana oil, Dr. Inky? What are you talking about? Okay, let me show you. Now look at this right here. This ain't even got nothing to do with botana. Look what this say. Olive oil produces carcinogens when it's heated. Fact. What's true is that when any cooking oils is heated to the point where it smokes, it breaks down and may produce potentially carcinogenic toxins. These are facts. Look, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. This is what you smelling when you buy that botana oil and you smell that burnt coffee smell. What you're smelling is these particular type of carcinogens right here. This is what you're smelling. This is not made up. I'm showing you the actual information. Now, if you want to buy that shit, if you want, you now let me show you something. Let me show you something. What you may not know is that botana oil is palm oil. There's no such as thing as a botana tree, right? Botana oil is palm oil. Now watch this. Let me show you something. Look at this. I want y'all to see something. Look. This is why it's important for me to teach y'all this information now. You can hate all you want, but you can't get around these facts. Now listen. Notice something. Coconut oil and botana oil have almost an identical profile when it comes to medium chain triglycerides. For those of you that don't know what medium chain triglycerides are, Medium chain triglycerides are the things that all of the people in the keto community, I'm sure y'all heard, if you study in any kind of health or you're trying to lose weight, you have heard of keto before. In the keto universe, they promote burning fats for your body's energy instead of burning sugars. And one of the main cheat codes that they suggest is for you to buy some coconut oil or some medium chain triglyceride coconut oil and just take that daily as a supplement, because that's going to help your body burn the fat and start losing weight a lot faster. Why is this important? Because I drink my batana oil every day, along with those herbs that I showed you, the detox for the NRF2 system. I drink my batana oil. I put mine in tea and drink it every day. You cannot drink that burnt coffee shit. You cannot drink that burnt coffee smelling shit. I'm telling you, you might as well be drinking the fucking lighter fluid off of a fucking grill. You cannot drink that. You cannot consume that. You cannot consume that. I drink my batana oil every day. That's one of the cheat codes. Because I know people was watching. They're like, yo, this nigga's clearly doing more than push-ups because his body is changing way too fast. Yeah, I'm taking my shit. Duh. The detox kit keeps my NRF2 system active to keep the fat cells mobile and active. And the batana oil has all of those medium chain triglycerides. Now, let me tell you something. The difference between the batana oil and the coconut oil. The batana oil that we have is way better than coconut oil. I just showed you the medium chain triglyceride profile. But when it comes to the vitamin and mineral profile, it's no comparison. You can look at with your eyeballs and see the coconut oil is clear. The batana oil is rich in pigments, which, you know, antioxidants, your different types of vitamin A's, your vitamin E's, all of those fat soluble vitamins, all of that's in the batana oil that you're not going to get in the coconut oil. So the batana oil gives you all of those advantages that you would get from the coconut oil, and then way more benefits because of the nutritional profile. But when you get our batana oil, is pure. When you open it up and smell it, there's no coffee, burnt grill smell to it. There's no, you know, that's none of that in there. It's pure. You understand what I'm saying? So as the teacher, it's still my job to correct the student, right? The same thing with Polite running around now, doing what he doing. Somebody got to tell the people, hey, now you proceed on your own. You don't say I didn't tell you. Can't say I didn't warn you, right? You can't say I didn't warn you. Now, he start acting, KT, he start acting funny with me after he got put on the spot and he didn't really, you know, the attention was on Dr. Inky at the Nick Cannon documentary. But I think where he probably switched up on everybody else, and this is probably what led to him and the breaking up, is once he started, you know, Erykah Badu hired him to be his chef. And, you know, Erykah Badu has a long history. I mean, come on, man. Listen. Maybe some of y'all that don't have the memory. Okay, but I'm sure y'all saw Andre 3000 when he came out with Southern Playlistic Cadillac music and all that. And then what happened? He got around Erykah Badu, and then what? This nigga started wearing like football pads with sheep costumes. Oh my goodness. Lord help me. Listen. He was wearing Kango shit and fly player shit. Listen, he had a lot of swag between him and Big Boy. Big Boy was not the only one with swag now. He wasn't the only stylish nigga in that outfit. You know, in that movement, in that crew. Andre 3000 was, he was him. He was Himothy. Then he got with Erykah Badu. And shit started getting crazy. This nigga started wearing like combat boots with a football helmet. Yeah. These are only facts. These are only facts. Larger. Can I get a large order? Let me see that menu. What you got in there? Yeah, let me get a large order of facts with a side order of truth. Yeah, let me get a side order of truth. We seen it. The whole world seen it. Right? I'm just saying. We seen, Common, from the streets of Chicago. We see Common, Common got real different. Listen, Common got real different. Telling you, Common used to go to B Gab's Goodies in Chicago. I'm just saying, listen, Common got different, man. Look at all the money that Jay Electronica done fucked up. He couldn't get his mind right. Oh, listen, I'm telling you, when he started cooking for Erykah Badu, nigga got different. Shit got, And this is not just me. I spoke to Mama Pill on the phone about it when it started going on. It's like, hey, KT, all right? She was like, Inky, I don't know. He's spending a lot of time out there with Erykah Badu, and I don't know what's happening. See, now if y'all not used to the way she talk, that's not. I don't know what's happening. When she say that tell me the whole story. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. So now you running around, and this, let me explain something to y'all. Because y'all may not be able to see the parallels because y'all are watching a lot of this shit unfold on the internet. But people, they say they for the community, right? They come out, yeah, community, whatever. I'm building up the community. I'm with the community. And when you meet these people, when they first come online, right? Like take Polite, for example. Polite didn't have no money. He didn't have no clothes. Him and all the wives and all the children was in one bedroom. He was wearing the Muslim clothes. That way you could kind of get away with wearing that same shit every day. The jalabiyas and all that. I came around him, I'm in the suits. I got on gaiters and, different, foams and other, and I'm trying to get him together. I'm like, it's not just the information, bro. When you stand up in front of people, especially people from the street, you got to look like something before they listen. They're going to judge you immediately. You know what I'm saying? You can't look like you got, you smelling like dirty Egyptian musk and all. Like you can't. You got to look, you know what I mean? Like you got to. So you don't really know who people are going to become until they get a few dollars and they get opportunity. And a lot of times, that first time they get a whiff of, some energy, they gone. And so what came down the pipeline for KT anyway was that the world was changing, you know, the world was changing, and that, you know, the people that are wealthy are going to live a certain type of way. Period. The people that are wealthy are going to live a certain type of way. The people who, you know, they may not make it. It's going to be rough, you know. So you can, you know, you got a choice. You can, you know, that sell your soul moment. And you see people like literally selling their soul in real time in front of you. You know, so people will do anything to get to that next level. So if I got to go to Amazon and buy honey for $20 and then tell you niggas some wild cockamamie story about, you know, oh, this honey right here. Yeah, this honey right here. Let me show you this bullshit honey. Okay, now you go to Amazon, you type in stingless bee honey. Okay, when you go to Amazon and type in stingless bee honey, let me show you what happens. Let me show you what happens. You go to Amazon, you type in stingless bee honey. Okay, and this is what pops up. Okay, Amazon worked the same for everybody. Now, for the people that know, KT was in Detroit, in my house, on a live stream, and I was explaining to everybody what? The benefits of Manuka honey. And I had been teaching people about the benefits of Manuka honey for a long time. And Manuka honey, you know, it comes from the tea tree, and it's pharmaceutically, you know, tested, and it's graded, and it's a whole universe of information surrounding Manuka honey, right? And it's antibiotic applications and all this and all that. And people were saying, Inky, you should sell some, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, I ain't, you know, I'm just telling you the truth. So, you know, I'm just giving you the information so you can go get you something. I'm not going to try to like fake it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't raise no fucking bees. You know, like I'm not doing that. And I did get access to some bees, but they was like, I'm like, that ain't, no, that ain't. So I never, you know, took it upon myself to market no honey or nothing like that. But because I had created the demand in the people, and people was asking for honey now, it only takes a little while for a story. Oh, you know, they got this rare honey that nobody knows where to get because there are black bees with melanin that, you know, creates this honey, and it has a secret sugar in it, trehallalose and trehallalulose, or whatever it is. It's not even that serious, family. That's why, you know, Inky, you making fun of. I'm not. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, right? And you can see it right here. It's clearly not that serious, right? It's not anything super exclusive. It's right here. 3.5 ounces for $20, right? And look, there's the sugar right there. Oh, this is the low glycemic sugar, blah, blah. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here. The bees with no stinger. Yeah. They make this once a year. This is the secret. Yeah. This is the one right here. It's $20. So when people start asking me about what's going on with the honey is $300, and what do I think about it? I'm like, hey, well, think about it. $300. Oh, he must got some Manuka honey. Because see, Manuka honey is graded by the medical potency of it. The stronger the medical potency, the higher they charge you for it. So you can get up there in prices with that. But this here, this ain't nothing. Look at this. 9 ounces, 8.5 ounces for $48. Right? Yeah. So this is what I'm telling you. When people try to stunt, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of the reasons why you always supposed to show respect to your elders is so that, you know, the elders don't ever have to put you in your place. You see what I'm saying? So when I told him my pages went down and he went to celebrating that my pages went down, that was a bad idea. 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 So people asking all the wrong questions. Inky, what happened with this? What happened with that? No, the question you need to be asking is, how did a nigga charge you $300 or $200 for $20 honey? That's what you need to be asking yourself. How did a nigga charge you $100 for batana oil that they throw away? Hold on, let me show y'all that this is not a secret. This is not a secret. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Look at this. Let me see if I can show the top countries. Let me show y'all. This ain't no damn secret. Look, this ain't no secret. This is not a secret, people. They're making you believe this is a secret. Look at this. This is not a secret. These are the top 10 countries that export palm oil, aka batana oil. Honduras is number 7. Honduras is number 7. Now, the process of making batana oil produces 2 different things, the ojan and the batana. The ojan is the pure batana oil. That's the pure batana oil. That batana butter, that caked up stuff that smell like burnt coffee, that's the residue at the bottom of the pot that they can't really sell. They can't do nothing with that. So the local people package up that and put it on little, you know, websites or whatever and try to make a few dollars off of the rubbish that's left over. And these niggas is repackaging that like that's a main thing. That's not a main thing. That's the leftover waste. That's not a main thing. That's the leftover waste. That's not a thing. Okay? That's a global export, palm oil. Okay? Africa, they do the red palm oil. South America, they distinguish it. You know, the locals, they made up the name Batana. They made up the name Batana, so that's what they doing. What you want, Victor? Oh, shit. Victor's at Abundance Child Restaurant taking pictures of my old books. Yo. Shout out to Victor. Victor, you want me to play some of your best hits in this video? I was trying to leave you out of this, bro, but I guess KT called you up again. Victor, please help me. Inky is going in on my ass right now. Please, Victor, tag in. You know, come on, Victor, save me. Yeah, see, this is KT's coward behavior. This is what he's been doing over the years. So since I introduced him into this consciousness, right? Anytime he had a problem or anybody come after Mama Pill or they come after Dr. Sebi, instead of him being the man that he's saying, that he telling people he is, listen to what I'm telling you. Instead of him being the man that he telling people he is, oh, I was born into Dr. Sebi, you know, doctors, my mama and this Dr. Sebi. So when people attack Dr. Sebi, nigga, why you don't jump out there on the front line and protect Dr. Sebi? Victor, dumbass, don't know the information, and he don't even know how to speak English. So even if he learned some information, he wouldn't even know how to explain it to a nigga. And he be out there. He be trying. He be trying. We never even seen KT. Now, KT definitely gonna collect some of that revenue. Oh, yeah, I'm Dr. Sebi. Yeah, this sometimes got the website right here. I'm Dr. Sebi. Yeah, website right here. Buy some of this. Now, when it come time to defend that legacy, my phone ring. Inky, Wesley Muhammad said, Inky, Ali Muhammad said, Inky, such and such said, Inky, Brother Rich said, Inky, 19 Keys, he got blue pill, and you know they got Mama Pill up there, and they pimping Mama Pill. You got to do something about it. They trying to make Mama Pill promote them bandanas. You got to do something about it. And I never say no. I never say no. Who said what? Point them out. I got it. Don't worry about it. Go back to bed. I'm on it. Yeah. But that's just how I am. That's how I love my friends. Yeah, people say I take the word friend. That means something to me where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. When he was supposed to get his big break to go to Europe, and you know, I'm here dealing with a divorce and all kind of bullshit. I can't go to Europe. He didn't have the money. Now, I had the money to go, but I had shit going on here. I couldn't go. He didn't have the money, but, you know, he could go. You know what I'm saying? He don't really take care of his kids. So his kids is off into the wilderness. He don't give a fuck what happened to the kids. So, but anyway, his mama didn't give him the money to get to Europe. Red Pill and Blue Pill didn't help him with the money to get to Europe. Dr. Sebi damn sure ain't give him no money to get to Europe. Now, if he was Dr. Sebi's student, Dr. Sebi was alive at this time. He was Dr. Sebi's student and teaching Dr. Sebi information. Wouldn't it have made sense that Dr. Sebi would have sent him some money to get to Europe to keep the lessons going? No. My phone rang. My phone rang. Yeah, my phone rang. And guess what happened? He got to Europe. He got to Europe. If I was a hater, I would have been like, fuck no, I ain't getting to go. I ain't getting to go to Europe, nigga. So fuck, I look like helping you to get to Europe. No, that's not in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? If I can't go, nigga, get your ass out there. Hell yeah. Hold it down, nigga. Yeah. Make sure you shout out the team or something, you know. Yeah. That's all I ever ask. Make sure when you get out there and you showing off, shout out, you know, Dr. Inky, let him know, you know, yeah, I know a thing or two too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. But niggas want to act like, you know. So I recognize the behavior pattern. It's very, you know, Soon as I start getting on KT ass, out of nowhere, here go Victor jumping off the top rope. And I'm like, Victor, where you come from, nigga? Where you come from, nigga? Oh, KT called me. You know, KT called me. I'm like, yeah, I know KT called you. Because now KT is attaching himself to you as his next level of opportunity to step up. You know, that's this the same old thing. It's the same pattern, you know, and not teaching you anything. And not teaching you anything, Victor. He's not teaching you anything, because if he meant you any good, he wouldn't have you out there talking about rattlesnake is alkaline and all that shit. If he meant you any good, your dumb ass would be in books. Like I showed everybody in the last video when I met you and you was dealing with the Nation of Islam. Immediately I sat you down and I was like, okay, let me give you a history lesson, young man. Let me give you a history lesson, young man. Your dad been battling with these guys since the 1980s. This is this guy. This is that guy. This is what they promote. Milk cures AIDS. And when your dad came along with the plant-based solution for AIDS, they had beef because they was getting the government stipend for their raw milk project to cure AIDS. And so Dr. Sebi's program cut into their money, and this is where this came from. And so here's the history on blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Thank you, Inky. Oh my God. Thank you, brother. You teaching me. Oh, yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. And I'm teaching him so that he doesn't go out there and look fucking stupid. Because when he looks stupid, he makes us all look stupid. But a nigga like KT is that skinny girl. KT is the skinny girl that doesn't mind being hanging out with the fat friend. You know, it's always a skinny girl in the neighborhood who got the big fat friend. That's KT. He think hanging out with the big fat girl is going to make him look cuter. You know, he's that girl. So he thinks letting Victor sound stupid is going to put more emphasis on him. So Victor goes out and he don't know how to explain nothing. He's stumbling over his words and all kind of goofy shit. And then KT gets to come out as if he's the, you know, now what's really going on. And so what happens is the mitochondria. And so when the mitochondria, and all you do is you take the herb and see the herb. Yeah, so let me show you. No, not this Victor product. See this one right here? Mine's, yeah, see mine's. No, not the Victor one. You see my product right here? Yeah, this is the one right here with the mitochondria. Victor, you better wake up, champ. I'm letting you know something. I'm trying to warn you to help you out. You slow over there at the wheel. Larry done already left KT. I introduced KT to this universe. I left KT. Now, Larry, I could tell you, certified fact, I was there. Matter of fact, when I showed you that lecture of me bringing Mama Pill back out, and you see me in the 3-piece suit with the Louis Vuitton, yeah, that video I showed y'all earlier, KT's baby moms that he got all, I think it's what, 5, 6, 7 children they got. His baby moms is at that lecture. She's sitting in the front row. In fact, she the one handling the camera. So I could tell you the progression of this thing. Larry literally like totally revolutionized KT whole everything. She put KT together. Larry put KT together. That lecture in North Carolina was the first time she came out to an event, and she ran the table. She ran his table. And when I saw what Larry was doing at his table, I pulled KT to the side. I said, "Who's that?" He said, "Oh, that's my, that's my, my people from, Detroit, whatever." I was like, "Bro, I don't know what you got going on, hey." But you got to keep her around. She got your whole shit organized up. The shit, you know, she's selling your shit better than you could sell your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my point is, Victor, because I see you watching, you keep texting me and shit. When those people step away from a person, now you could fall for the peace god, queen, and all that other conscious bullshit if you want to. I'm letting you know. Don't. If you get bit, if you get bit, don't say nobody didn't warn you, champ. Don't say nobody didn't warn you, champ. Because this is not people that don't know KT. This is me telling you I had to step away from the nigga. He doing goofballery. And he got you out there looking stupid, doing goofball shit. Yeah. So I'm letting you know. You can keep texting me and calling me every time I jump on KT as you trying to get on my phone and boo. Just letting you know. Somebody in the chat said KT is boring. Of course he's boring because it's not his information. The reason why people say I deliver the information in a certain type of way is because I really live I live the research. When I go to bed every night, it's like 20 or 30 books on my bed. It's not a woman that I sleep in my bed with. I sleep in my bed with books. Like literally piles of books and handwritten papers and notes and, you know, yeah. And it been like that since I was a kid. So when I deliver the information, I'm not like doing it's not something out. It's not a costume that I wear. It's still a part of me. Even when we was on the block with beers and blunts rolling and all that, I was still telling niggas like, well, you know, if you're going to have this, we might as well, you know, like, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the days, they used to sell like $1 packs of vitamins. I'd be like, yo, hold on. Don't come out the store with no beers and cigars if you don't buy them $1 packs of vitamins. I don't give a fuck what's in there. Because they got different ones, like the yellow pack, the blue pack. Get you some of them fucking packs of vitamins. If you spending money on beers and tobacco, nigga, grab some of them vitamins before you come up out of that store. Period. So even on the block, I was still giving the, you know, it never been different. Yeah, these are all facts. You know, always balance. Do what you do. Enjoy your life. We only get one. But, you know, yeah, you might want some of these. That's all. Yeah, you might want to just, you know, have some balance with that. So, look at this. And because that whole circle, like I said, they all support. Oh man, it's crazy. Yo. But listen, Victor, I'm telling you, man, you out of your weight class. What you need to do is text me an apology and jump back into student mode, bro. I will help you to get you together and teach you this real science so that you're not saying ridiculous things out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you could really do the legacy. You could really do your dad. You could make him proud. You know what I'm saying? Because your father wasn't that impressed by money, bro. You know, real niggas are not. We impressed by how the work you put in and what you do, you know, like your passion, your drive. If you're really passionate about this information, come study it. Come study it. I'll teach you. Like I told you years ago, like over time, as I saw you out there doing videos looking goofy, that's where I reach out to you like, yo, Vic, come through, hit me up. Let me get you together. Yeah. Just like right now on this video live, I'm still telling you, hit me up. Let me get you together, champ, because you look crazy. You only seem smart to niggas that don't know anything. Yeah, and it's not that difficult to look smart to niggas that don't read. Like somebody, you know, so. But if you want to have the respect of the real scientific community and really uphold, you know, that DNA you're running around with, you need to sit down and get some information, champ. You got to come study, right? You got to come study, champ. You got to learn something, right? And you can come learn the same place KT did. Yeah. Yeah, these are only facts. That's why I was telling you I wasn't trying to be funny, but everybody knows this. People just don't pay attention to shit till you bring it up. But before KT met me, he didn't have no herbs, bro. These are only facts. He was selling that ionic salt, cell salt powder. That's what KT had, period. So he wasn't teaching no Dr. Sebi nothing, because Dr. Sebi was moving around with herbs. Mama Pill, his mama, Dr. Sebi's co-defendant, was moving around with herbs. KT didn't have none of that. He was selling cell salts. That was his claim to fame. That's what he was teaching. That's what he was teaching, and that's what he was selling. And the moment he starts sitting down with me, same way I'm telling you, bring your ass on over here so I can get you together. Pause. I was like, bro, I get it. I see where you're going with the cell salts, family. I understand what you're trying to do. But these are cellular residues. This is not, no. You got to refocus your attention to the actual plants that contain and produce these minerals in the premium state before they're used and spent by the cell's machinery and then their waste products. Right? So, you know, gradually, you know, I started dropping the jewels on him, and then all of a sudden, you know, he started coming with, you know, and then when I really flipped, you know what I'm saying? Once I went to the house and I seen Mama Pill actually have formulas laying around. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Just start with this. You ain't even got to reinvent the wheel. Just figure out this shit your mama got laying around on the floor. Because she wasn't doing nothing with her stuff at the time at all. She wasn't doing nothing with the information, nothing with her herbs. She wasn't selling no herbs nowhere, none of that. So I had to get everybody together, Mama Pill and KT. And the Pills, red and blue dumbass, they was angry with me about it. Yeah, they was angry with me about it. You know what I'm saying? But me and Red Pill was doing some shit in the street, taking risks to make money. So I had to break on this dumb nigga. I'm like, bro, you owe me money right now, and we doing dumb shit out in the street when we could be supporting your moms, bro. What the fuck are you doing? You a dumb nigga. No, you're a dumb nigga. We're doing goofball shit in the street, taking risk when we could just support your moms. And, you know, yeah, these is facts. That's why I don't have to like mince my words or speak a little. No, these are only facts. Yeah. I was working at an after hours club doing security. Yeah, and I had Red Pill doing some, you know, some other shit for me. These are facts. So I'm just letting I'm just letting y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to make up nothing. When I tell y'all these shit, this is all just history. It's just as a person that moves a certain way, just me and my babies, you know, I have to have receipts so that when I say certain things, if niggas get out of pocket, I could go, oh, wait a minute, hold on now. I could turn into Michael Jackson real quick on your ass, huh? Do you remember when we first met? Woo, nigga! Huh? Do you remember? Listen, yeah, I'm telling y'all, and I'm giving y'all, if y'all paying attention, you're getting information, all kinds of information, because I'm also showing y'all how I went from a fat boy and started just now. Listen, let me tell you something, some other shit about me. I went through the roughest, wildest divorce probably of all time. I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody. I'm a domestic violence survivor, bro. That shit is super even tough to discuss as a man. Men's not supposed to deal with domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, my dad raised me to be smart. Don't allow yourself to be put in a trick bag. You know what I'm saying? My children's mom, and I'm not one of those guys that got like 1,000. You know, some guys you hear they got 10 children, you automatically draw the picture in your mind. Oh, he must have 10 different baby mamas. You know, he doing that conscious, polite thing. No. 8 of these motherfuckers come from one lady that I was actually married to, not in the pretend conscious way either, the actual real court document kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a 6-year back and forth through multiple court systems with this lady. That shit was so draining. And then trying to take care of the children all by myself, as well as still do the research and facilitate everything else. That shit was rough. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things that I just couldn't do. You know, things I couldn't say. Sometimes traveling, I couldn't do certain, you know, it was a lot of things that I was limited to. So that all just wrapped up in January. And if I wasn't who I say I am, the courts would not have awarded me sole legal custody. I don't have joint custody. We're not sharing custody. I have sole custody. Yeah, sole custody. So, you know, it's not like a fake, you know, it's not, you know, it's, yeah. So, you know, things had to progress. And so that's where we at now is like, now we in a space where things can, you know, I can address some things, get some things back in order, and, you know, but this, you know, that process led me to, you know, really slip on a lot of different things. So my body wasn't how I like to keep it. You know what I'm saying? People know that I opened a school up in Detroit, but not just a school, also a gym. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark, shout out to Jazz. But yeah, we had a gym, nice gym, football, jiu-jitsu, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But just fighting that court shit, you know, threw me off. So I let my personal health slip as well. You know what I'm saying? Developed the gut, some other shit I had going on. And it just culminated with me, you know, creating the push-up challenge. And now you see a bunch of niggas jumping on the wave, trying to copy what we doing. I haven't been posting as much the past few weeks, just watching niggas, you know, even Charleston White. What the fuck is Charleston White doing trolling us? Yeah. Charleston White, all of a sudden out of nowhere, he talk about, yeah, I'm challenging all of y'all to do push-ups. I said, what the fuck is happening right now? Charleston White now is issuing push-up challenges to niggas. I said, this is getting insane. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm having the results is some of the cheat codes, you know, activating and keeping your NRF2 system, you know, highly active, having the medium chain triglycerides from the batana oil, you know, the Blue Magic itself, which is our special blend of sea moss, right? What that does is one of the most highly documented supplements in the supplement universe is creatine. And what creatine does is it hydrates cells. Like, just in a nutshell, it hydrates your cells. Nothing gives you advanced hydration like algae, period. And of all of the different types of algae, the thing that makes Chondrus crispus special, real Chondrus crispus, not Gracilaria and all this other shit, actual Chondrus crispus, is because Chondrus crispus has the highest concentration of available phosphorus. The highest concentration for available phosphorus. And when you get into all of the nucleotides that actually run your body's energy systems, that work with your body's pigment systems, the one thing that they all have in common is the utilization of phosphorus. The utilization of phosphorus. Phosphorus is very important in that regard. So when people are asking what's the difference between the different sea mosses or algae, well, it's just like plants. What's the difference between plants? The plants have different concentrations of vitamins, minerals, alkaloids, terpenes, and just a variety of different chemicals that all of the different, they all have different. And the main thing that makes like I said, Chondrus crispus special is the phosphorus. Now, bladderwrack on the other hand, bladderwrack also is a cold water algae, right? So that means that this doesn't come from Honduras. Bladderwrack does not grow in Honduras, neither does Chondrus crispus. Bladderwrack and Chondrus crispus don't grow in Tanzania, right? These are cold water algae. Bladderwrack concentrates iodine, just like kelp, and a couple of other thyroid optimizing compounds that allows your body to process weight a lot more efficiently, as well as your pigment hormones, POMC, melanin stimulating hormone, and melanin concentrating hormone. So when I sit down to create Blue Magic and put together herbs based on your hormone system, and then my YouTube pages go down, and then KT celebrated, and then check this shit out. Him and his man, Mr. G, they put together a Blue Magic website. Wait a minute, hold on. My pages go down and you niggas put up a Blue Magic website. So not only do you not help your brother, the guy that put you in play, period, to rebuild his shit, but you actually create a website so you could try to like siphon my customers to your shit before I could get you. What? Nigga. That was very, very dirty, sir. Very, very low. Very low. Very low. Very low. Especially KT, knowing all the stuff I'm dealing with off the camera that I don't necessarily share with everybody. The court shit and this. That was very low of you, sir. But, all things come to light in due time. All things come to light in due time. So this is why, I had to have this discussion with the people so they'll understand. Okay, so this is what happened. So this is how that whole, this is why niggas don't fuck with KT. And this is how Victor get involved. Because I know niggas like, well, what Victor got to do with this? Very fucking little. Okay, very little. KT is just hiding behind Victor now because he can't hide behind me. So Victor, I start getting on KT for the dumb shit that he calls up Victor. Victor, can you get Inky, do something? So Victor jumps out the gate, and now it's me. It looks like me and Victor going back and forth while all the attention can be taken off Mr. $300 honey and he could go back off onto his page and sell my information. Let me show y'all this shit here. Look at this here. Let me show y'all something. As y'all think I'm playing. I put out my article on diabetes, right? Let me show y'all something. And I told y'all in advance, I said exactly what niggas was going to do. Because y'all asked me, yo, why niggas ain't talking about the article, bro? This is revolutionary, blah, 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 blah. I said, they can't promote the article and steal it later on. They can't do that. So what they're going to do is, downplay the article. They're going to give it a little time, a few months, and then they're going to come and repackage my article and try to sell it to their audience. Yeah. These are only facts. Watch this. Because y'all know I'll be having the receipts. Look at this here. Let me show y'all. Because y'all know I'll be having the receipts. Y'all think I'd be fucking around until I pull up the receipts. Watch this. Watch this. Let me show y'all the receipts. Here go the receipts. Look. Look at this here. Let me show y'all the receipt. Okay. Bam. Now look at this here. Look at this here. Let's read this together. Let's read this together. Let's see if he got this. Let's see if he teaching Dr. Sebi information. Let's see if my man, since he's supposed to be Dr. Sebi's student, let's see if he teaching Dr. Sebi information. Look at this here. Melanin, the sun's projector screen. Hold on. Now, I thought KT was teaching Dr. Sebi's information. Dr. Sebi says no such thing as melanin. Melanin is made up. So is he teaching Dr. Sebi's information or Dr. Inky's information? Let's go back to it. Melanin captures, stores, and utilizes the sun's entropic light energy in extraordinary ways. Think of the sun as a projector emitting a continuous spectrum of light and energy. This sunlight, like the beam of light from a movie projector, he keeps going back to them bootleg movies. He can't get away from them bootleg movies. That's this. His whole foundation is selling bootleg movies. So it's, you know, he tries to teach through the bootlegs. You know. Oh shit! But listen, if y'all go to the free book that I just put out, the presentation is like 2,000 pages. I broke down how the light takes still, how your mind takes still pictures and turns it into like motion picture. And anyway, melanin acts as the screen receiving the beam of light from the sun, absorbing the energy. Blah 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 blah. Just like a movie audience perceives and interprets the blah blah blah. Look, follow my series, Melanin Rising: How to Heal Your Body with Palm Seed, for more fascinating insights into melanin's extraordinary roles in our bodies. The link is in our bio. See, I come with the receipts. And I tell you what these niggas gonna do in advance before they do it. Listen to what I'm telling you. I tell you what they're gonna do in advance before they do it. Then I put the shit in motion and then watch them do it and then go look. Now, what did I tell you? What I told you? How am I able to do that? Because I gave birth to these goofy niggas. Unfortunately. So I already know the next step. I was there when you took your baby steps. Yeah. Your baby steps in healing. Not in real life. Your healing baby steps as a healer. Yeah, I was there holding your hand, getting your legs strong. Yeah. Me. This is how I get repaid. Niggas taking a free article that I put out on diabetes. How diabetes is based on your pigment system. And he gonna remix my shit into his own paid classes to charge you niggas. And again, y'all calling me the hater. This nigga is he's stealing free shit to sell it to you. He's gonna steal my shit that I'm giving you for free and then package it, remix it, and sell it to you. And then at the same time tell you that Sebi information. Where the fuck was Sebi teaching niggas about saving their bodies with melanin? I'm sorry. I'll wait for you niggas that's supporting this dumb shit. Explain to me where Dr. Sebi was telling you that you can heal your body with melanin. Yeah. See, these is tough when you got these receipts. I know y'all niggas is having, y'all like, they're twitching. Y'all like, oh my God, Inky, if you don't stop pulling up the motherfucking receipts. Yeah. This is the problem. So I think we did good. I think we did good for the day. Y'all need more clips. I don't think y'all need more clips. I don't think y'all need more clips, man. I don't think y'all need more clips, man. Support the real, man. Support the real. You know what? Actually, we do need to see something before we go. Shit, fuck it. We got to see a little something before we go. Victor, I'm sorry, bro. You hit me up. You've been texting me and calling me since the video started. So clearly, you want to be a part of this damn video, Victor, so bad. You want to be you want to be a part of this video so bad. Let's get us a couple.
Drug dealer, you said rapist. So now,
you my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You my brother, no matter what. Everybody follow you, can suck my dick. I feel in my dick tissue, you know why? So what the fuck you think you're april? See, you my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You my brother, no matter what. Everybody follow you, can suck my dick. I feel in my dick tissue, you know why? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? See, you my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You my brother, no matter what. You know, I'm not going to be in the internet.
Oh, okay,
my brother, he later call you raper. Nigga, I'm going to be like, brother, I don't say nothing about Dr. Enki. That's his business. I don't know nothing.
Oh, so you, so wait, hold on. So let me ask you a question. I got to ask you this question. So you don't have a problem with supporting pedophiles?
You did one video like we had before. So, listen, whatever Brother Polite did is...
No. I'm asking you a question. I want you to tell me an answer to this question. Even though you already said you don't have no problem with supporting rapists. I'm saying you don't have a problem with supporting child rapists.
I said drug dealers. You walking Brother Polite, right?
No, after you said drug dealer, you said rapist. Hold on. After you said drug dealer, you said rapist. So now I'm asking you again.
Brother Polite. Bro, do I talk to Brother Polite? Do I went to be your life?
No. I didn't say Brother Polite.
Hold
on.
Man, see, that's the thing right there. When a young brother speaks so fast, it's like, bro, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful what you're saying, bro.
What were his last words to you on that phone call when he was locked up?
I know someone's trying to kill me, so I refuse to eat the food in here. I'm not touching this food. That's why I'm fasting.
Yeah, you don't know that. You talk about
What kind of food? Hold on. What kind of food did you buy him?
for my father.
What kind of food did he eat in jail? What kind of food did he eat in jail?
Alkaline, nigga. My father eating alkaline food. My mother be cooking. When you go to jail and do that, your family can cook for you, bring you the food every single day to jail.
Okay.
You don't know nothing.
What were his last words to you on that phone call when he was locked up?
I know someone's trying to kill me, so I refuse to eat the food in here. I'm not touching this food. That's why I'm fasting.
Yeah, you don't know nothing. You talk about
What kind of food? Hold on. What kind of food did you buy him?
my father eating alkaline food. My mother be cooking. You
So
don't know
that-
nothing.
What were his last words to you on that phone call when he was locked up?
I know someone's trying to kill me, so I refuse to eat the food in here.
My father eating alkaline food. My mother be cooking.
I'm not touching this food. That's
I know. It's tough to watch.
When I say that's it, I mean that
Listen, I know. It's tough to watch. I wish some of this stuff just didn't even happen, you know, but it's just what it is.
and then you suck it on. Oh, you know what is normal? Because people are probably like on the edge of this. He's okay, normal. Am I normal?
Yeah.
And
So
so
pornography not normal.
Everybody follow you can suck my dick. I seen him. I seen him. You know what?
So, you know, studies have been done all around the world where middle-aged doctors wave rulers menacingly at patients and try to measure their penis size.
Oh.
And in spite of how awful that might sound, we actually do have some numbers on what normal is.
Great.
And the average size, remember this is average, that means some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller, and even smaller than this is in that normal range. But the average size is just a little over 5 inches. That's it. For the erect penis, when I say that's it, I mean that's it. That's what it is. It's good. It's good.
How is that measured, Dr. Spitz?
Yeah.
I would have to say that this gives me great relief.
Guys!
In fact, within the normal range.
That's great.
And can I ask how that's measured?
So this is
Since every
measured
man out
by,
there is grabbing the ruler.
right, so it's very hard to get a man to have an erection on demand in a clinical setting. So it turns out that if you pull the penis and stretch it taut and measure from the base of the penis on the top side looking down to the tip, that stretched length is pretty much identical to what the length will be when it is erect.
I seen him. You know what?
And so a stretched length or an erect length of a little over 5 inches is normal. Now the soft or flaccid length will vary greatly. And when a guy is looking at his own goods and then looking at somebody else's, a lot of times there's some
I seen him. You know what?
So today we're talking about all signs that you can tell that he has a small package. So
Nigga, I fuck more basic than you fucking your entire fucking life, nigga. So stop fucking playing with me. Nigga, I fuck more basic than you fucking your entire fucking life, nigga. So stop fucking playing with me.
he's usually a player. Okay. Such men, guys, they like going around dating multiple women, sleeping around, and then they throw this thing with, yeah, fine, yeah, I'm a player, you know, I can get it if I want to, but not realizing you're giving us mediocre things. You know, you will focus on things that are not important, which is just going around sleeping instead of focusing on giving us the real deal. You know, the real deal is making sure that you leave the lady very satisfied. Usually these people, guys, no, they don't do their things, you know, because they're so cocky and so overconfident. That's another sign. They're cocky and too confident. You know, think they're the ish. Oh, Mr. South Africa.
Nigga, I fuck more basic than you fucking your entire fucking life, nigga. So stop fucking playing with me.
If measured correctly, an adult penis of less than 3.7 inches in the stretched state will be considered as micropenis. Since the diagnosis is made in childhood most of the time, one has to consider the normal values for the respective age. For a newborn, stretched penile length less than 0.7 inches would fall below the 2.5 standard deviations. And for a 10-year-old, it would be less than 1.5 inches. Many men are afraid they might have penises that are too small, while in reality, this is not the case. There are so many false beliefs about normal penile length, which are mostly shaped by pornography. Truth is, most men are average. Only 10% of all men have penises that are longer than 5.8 inches when erected. And women don't really care anyway. Research shows that men who are dissatisfied with their penises outnumber women who are dissatisfied with their partner's penises by far. So what can be done about micropenis? Diagnosis should be made as early as possible in childhood. During childhood, testosterone supplementation might be tried, as it will successfully stimulate penile growth in some. It depends on whether it is a problem in androgen production or a lack of responsiveness in the target organ.
Everybody follow you can suck my dick. I seen in my dick piece, you know what? I seen in my dick piece, you know what? I seen in my dick piece, you know what? I seen in my dick piece, you know what?
That's the difference between a boy and a man. A boy is very impulsive.
So not try to be like real men.
Hold on. You asked me to come on the video. What are you talking about?
Play with me, bro. Look, nigga, I don't give a fuck how old are you. When I see you, I will beat you ass, nigga. Yeah, I will do it. Look, one.
Yo, hold on. How much? Let me ask you a question.
No,
let me ask you a question. How much you weigh? How much you weigh?
Show me
how much you weigh?
How much money you got in the bank? Show me how much money you got in the bank.
Let me ask you. Okay, hold on.
Show me you how, nigga.
Wait, listen. The amount of money. Hold on. Listen. The amount of money that I have in the bank.
You know I have no money. You sell Freemason.
Hold on, listen. Listen, wait.
Freemason,
hold on. You said you could wait.
I built like that. Challenge to me to go to the.
You are not built like anything, bro. You are about 60 pounds. Okay. You're not built like anything. Listen, do you know the three little piggies? Listen, the three little piggies. Hold on, listen. Hold on, listen. You know the three little piggies? Listen, the three little piggies, the first one who had the straw house, you are built like the straw house.
Pull up to Detroit, I will beat you ass, nigga. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck about video. I'm telling you, see me the address right now. Yeah, pull up to Detroit tonight.
KT was teaching when Dr. Sebi was alive, but Dr. Sebi never introduced KT as a healer. Guess who introduced KT as a healer, sir? Me. Before KT met me, You can laugh. Let me tell you something. The people that's going to see this video, they're not going to laugh because, see, while you was in diapers, I was already doing this. And before KT met me, he didn't even have no herbs. KT was selling people cell salts. That's what KT was doing. KT was selling cell salts. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. KT was selling cell salts. He didn't have herbs. He had cell salts. These are only facts. So all I'm saying to you, young brother, is that while you trying to make a name for yourself, you're destroying the name and the legacy that Dr. Sebi built. You even said in this video, you said in this very video right here, you can't cure no sick people with an alkaline diet. You can't cure no depressed people with an alkaline diet. You said that in this video, young man.
He be exposed to eating the bigger. What is happening with the McDonald's?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Eating McDonald's.
Hold on. Do you drink urine?
Huh?
Do you drink urine?
Ask for your mother. She sucked my dick too. My father died depressed in jail. Stupid. I said I drink buffalo milk.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah. See, you're my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You're my brother, no matter what. Everybody follow you, can suck my dick. I seen him my dick twisted, you know what? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? See, you're my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You're my brother, no matter what. You know, I'm not going to be in the internet.
Oh, okay,
my
okay.
brother, he didn't call you raper.
Wait a minute. You said that you don't mislead people. And you just said that you posted a video that you didn't believe in. You said that you posted that buffalo milk is alkaline.
I
So
posted that
you
video,
purposely
right?
trick the
Posted
people.
that video. I said I drink buffalo milk.
Okay, so why would you lie to the people?
Because I want to see people like you, like haters people like you, talk about me. Because last week I went to
So you purposely lied to the people. Hold on, so you purposely lied to the people about
I
diet.
want to lie to the people. How I lie to the people?
Is that the truth? Do you drink buffalo milk?
How? Okay, show me proof I drink your buffalo milk.
I'm asking you. Do you drink buffalo milk?
No,
Do you drink buffalo milk? Yes or no? Hold on. Do you drink buffalo milk? Yes or no? No.
Listen, I'm in here to go back and forth with you. You say you're supposed to be. I have cameras. Show me proof I drink your buffalo milk.
No. You asked to come. Hold on. You asked to come on here. You asked to come on live. You asked to come here. Okay, so relax.
You
asking you a question. You said you purposely misled the people into believing that you drink buffalo milk when you don't. If you don't want to,
You said no. Okay, fuck that. You said you're supposed to be because I drink your buffalo milk.
So let's talk about the snake.
No, show me proof I drink your buffalo milk.
You are selling protein powder. You are selling protein powder.
Which people tell you alkaline only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
Which people tell you alkaline only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
Which people tell you alkaline only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
Which people tell you alkaline only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
You lay that to leave because so how you can expose me about what? You know about proof? I know what I post. You lay that to leave because right now you talk about big third drinking. buffalo milk. When you even can find buffalo milk, it's stupid. So how you can expose me about what? You know about proof? I know what I post. Let that delete. Because when KT called me for yesterday, fuck the brother Snake.
KT was teaching when Dr. Sebi was alive, but Dr. Sebi never introduced KT as a healer. Guess who introduced KT as a healer, sir? Me. Before KT met me, you could laugh. Let me tell you something. The people that's going to see this video, they're not going to laugh because, see, while you was in diapers, I was already doing this. And before KT met me, he didn't even have no herbs. KT was selling people cell salts. That's what KT was doing. KT was selling cell salts. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. KT was selling cell salts. He didn't have herbs. He had cell salts. These are only facts. So all I'm saying to you, young brother, is that while you trying to make a name for yourself, you're destroying the name and the legacy that Dr. Sebi built. You even said in this video, you said in this very video right here, you can't cure no sick people with an alkaline diet. You can't cure no depressed people with an alkaline diet. You said that in this video, young man.
He be exposed to eating the bigger. What is happening with the McDonald's?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Eating McDonald's.
Hold on. Do you drink urine?
Huh?
Do you drink urine?
Ask for your mother. She sucked my dick too. My father died depressed in jail. Stupid. I said I drink buffalo milk.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah. See, you my brother. Somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You my brother, no matter what. Everybody follow you, can suck my dick. I seen in my dick piece, you know why? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? What? So what the fuck you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? See, you my brother, somebody accuse you for raping somebody. You my brother, no matter what. You know, I don't want to be in an internet.
Oh, okay.
Brother, he didn't call you raper.
What's going on, young man?
What's going on with you?
I'm good.
What's up? So what's going on?
You tell me. You wanted to have the live, I guess, to discuss your contention or your the direction you was coming from with your information.
About what?
I mean, I'm open to anything you want to discuss. We could discuss the buffalo milk. We could discuss the snakes. We could discuss the pictures.
Fuck the brother snake. When KT called me for yesterday, no, okay, fuck that. You said you exposed me because I drink buffalo milk.
So let's talk about the snake.
Buffalo milk.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah, people use it for thousands of years.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you something. You ever been in Mexico? You know Mexico? You went to Mexico one time and you lied? No. You went to fucking Native American people in Arizona? No. You went to Guatemala? No. How many people in Guatemala use brother's name to heal from cancer? How many people in Guatemala been using brother's name for heal from cancer? I can show people. I can go people right now. You want to tell you, yeah, I'll be taking brother's name and heal from cancer. How much you want to pay?
Listen. No. I just want you to demonstrate your knowledge of what it is that you're doing.
What? You exposed me, so show me proof.
Bro, you talking a showing that you could barely control yourself. You already sent me naked pictures, bro. You gotta calm down. So hold on. You said that the snake is alkaline, right?
So you go to Google to find out that knowledge? That's wherever you go?
What knowledge? I'm asking you questions. You said snake is alkaline.
I'm telling you people can heal from rattlesnake.
Wait. So is rattlesnake considered to be a herb in Mexico?
The stuff is one animal. The stuff is one animal. The stuff is one animal. The stuff is one animal.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah.
White folks talk about protein. What is protein? They say one of the 19 amino acids, the building blocks of life. But I know for a fact that that is not a true statement.
You said that the snake is alkaline, correct?
Yeah, rattlesnake. It's not even Mexico. It's in Arizona too, Baja California. You don't even know.
Okay, so in Arizona and Mexico, they don't consider it a herb. But is it a part of a hold on? Is it a part of a plant-based diet?
Which people tell you alkaline is only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
Which people tell you alkaline is only about plant-based diet? Stupid.
Your father.
My brother.
We was talking about is the snake alkaline, because any type of animal, like you said, it's an animal. Animals, when you eat the flesh, when you eat the flesh of an animal, the flesh of an animal is made out of amino acids. Do you know that? Proteins. Dr. Sebi taught against protein. So are you saying that Dr. Sebi didn't know what he was talking about?
Brother, you know
Are you saying that people can get healed from cancer by taking protein? Yes or no?
What protein? Stupid. Rattlesnake is different to the fucking cow.
Oh, so only protein comes from cows. Oh wait, is a snake is not protein?
What are you talking about? You try to use me to ask you questions when you're supposed to know already, because you said you exposed me. So how do you know? How are you going to give my answer to be like, okay, it's true?
Bro,
okay,
you asked to come here. You hold on. You asked to come on the live.
You asked. Okay, which people talk about victory? I'm not talking about you.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not even on your Instagram page. People sent me your post.
I can ask you something. Do you ever went to one lab and test you herb? Yes or no? Tell me that.
Yes.
What herb you went to test in the lab?
You asked me one question. Now let me ask you a question. Did you go to the lab and test that rattlesnake is not protein?
You said that's supposed to be about Victor heal people, yes or no? It's not about Victor said protein or not protein.
Wait, how you asked me to come on here and then make up an idea about what I didn't tell you nothing about exposing Victor. The name of this video is not exposing Victor. Why you keep saying that? You asked me to come on live. Hold on. You asked me to come on live after you sent me your naked pictures, and then when I said no, you said, am I scared to do a live with you? So I said, no problem. Hold on. So I said, no problem. I have children, so I can't necessarily jump at the drop of a dime. So 2 days went by, and I said, hey, do you still want to go on live? And you said yes. So I sent you a link so we could go live and discuss everything that we was discussing previously. So now you said the buffalo milk and the snake is alkaline. You said the snake is not protein because it's not a cow.
When I said buffalo milk is alkaline.
You okay? My bad. You said the snake though is alkaline, and that's yeah. I don't want to get your words twisted. You said the snake is alkaline. Hold on. You said the snake is alkaline, and that the snake is not protein because it's not the same as a cow.
I'm not telling you like rattlesnake cure cancer. I'm not telling you rattlesnake
cure
HIV.
You did.
I said that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you have proof it cure cancer? Yes or no? Do you have proof?
Do I have proof that a rattlesnake cures cancer?
Yes or no? Yeah. Say it. Oh no.
No, I don't have no proof. The document. Hold on. Listen. The document that you sent me actually says that you're wrong. You sent me proof that rattlesnakes is good for healing cancer. The very screenshot that you sent me. Hold on. The screenshot. No, listen. The screenshot. No, listen. The screenshot that you sent me prove it said that the rattlesnake has no medical usage.
You know.
That's why I asked you if you read, and then you told me you went to college. Hold on, then you told me you went to college. So now you want to talk about Dr. Sebi. Hold on. Listen, now you want to go to Dr. Sebi dying in jail.
I have to respond that question. Yes or no? Please, I have to respond that question.
Right, of course.
The knowledge you post about the buffalo milk, where you get it from? From Google, right? Later, I explain that to you how you can follow Google. When Google telling you drinking cow milk is good for you, later Google tell you cow milk is not good for you. So I still need that information from Google for the rattlesnake to show you how Google lied to the big yard.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How come your father never introduced you as a healer?
The healer?
Yeah, how come your father never did one video and introduced you as a healer to the people?
It's stupid. When my father died, I was 60 years old.
First things first, giving people a recipe is not curing people. The only thing that you and KT are actually doing right now is ripping people off. So stealing and robbing from people that don't know any better is not healing the people. Selling people snake oil is not healing the people. You're selling people rattlesnake powder, and you're saying that that's a cure for cancer. That's fraudulent, bro. That's not real. That's not real. And the fact that you sending men naked pictures means that you actually are the one that has mental illness. If I was jealous of you, I would be sending you pictures of me naked. If I was obsessed with you, I would be the one sending you naked pictures of me. But you are the one in a hotel room all by yourself having daddy issues. Okay, hold on. Let me just tell you this about Google. First of all, hold on. Stop. Let me just explain something to you. Let me just explain something to you, sir. Google does not have any information. When you go to Google, sir, just so you can stop saying that, I want to help you. When you go to Google, right? Google lists other websites where there is information at. Google is a search engine. Google is not providing you with information. Google provides you with a list of places where you can go and find information. So there are lots of labs and medical centers and clinical documentation that you can access via the search engine on Google. So you're not going to Google to get information from Google. You go to Google to get a list of credible sources of information. You, sir, sent me. Did you forget that you sent me Google information? And the Google information that you sent me about snakes said that snakes was not medical, that there was no medical usage. And then I asked you, I said, do you know how to read? Because the thing that the screenshot you sent me, the paper you sent me to prove that snakes cure cancer it says that there's no medical benefit. So I was laughing. I thought it was funny that you sent me a reference for your snake cancer theory that actually disproved your theory. But I'm going to let you finish.
Can I speak right now? Look, when you talk, you know that you take the audio, right? If I'm going to ask you something, I don't already tell you why I send the Google information to you, because you send me the Google information about the buffalo milk. Dr. Ink, let's do it that. You want to do this? Yes or no? No, say yes or no. You want to do this challenge with me?
What?
Dr. Ink?
I don't understand what you're saying.
You want to do one challenge with me? Yes or no? Fuck about.
I want you to finish explaining yourself.
No,
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not imposed. Listen, that's the difference between a boy and a man. Listen, that's the difference between a boy and a man. A boy is very impulsive. A boy does erratic things that he doesn't think through, like send other men naked pictures and, you know, that's the difference. A man is not going to agree to some sort of deal that he doesn't know what it is first. That would be very impulsive. And you are a very, you're not trustworthy. Why would I do that at this point of knowing who you actually are right now? You told so many lies throughout the course of this video right here, just right now while we're talking, that it's amazing.
No, listen, bitch ass nigga, it's going to be the last time you're going to cut the audio when you talk, nigga, because you start to try to make this bullshit, nigga. So not try to be like real man.
Hold on. You asked me to come on the video. What are you talking about?
Play with me, bro. Look, nigga, I don't give a fuck how old are you. When I see you, bitch you ass, nigga.
Put your motherfucking boots up. Disrespectful ass young nigga. Get him up. Bitch ass nigga. Good night.
Yeah, we do it. Look, what?
Yo, hold on. How much? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How much you weigh? How much you weigh?
Show me
how much you weigh?
How much money you got in the bank? Show me how much money you got in the bank.
Let me ask you. Okay, hold.
Show me you how, nigga.
Wait, listen. The amount of money. Hold on. Listen. The amount of money that I have in the bank.
You know I have no money. You sell Freemason.
Hold on, listen. Listen, wait.
Freemason,
hold on. You said you could wait. You said you're gonna beat my ass. I'm asking you, is the money that you have in your bank account gonna allow you to beat my ass?
Bro, I beat you ass so easy. You know where I'm coming from? Nigga, you never want to talk like that in my face, nigga. You try to work with me, you be on my dick.
Let me ask you a question. You learned that kind of talking from watching rap videos, right?
Bro, I promise you, bro. Nothing.
You're not gonna talk to me like that if you see me in person. Hold on. You're not gonna talk to me like that if you see me in person. Listen. You learn that. Listen, hold on. You learn how to talk like that. Listen. You learn how to talk like that. Listen. You learn how to talk like that by watching rap videos. I am from the place where. Listen. I'm from the place where that was created, bro. What are you talking about? So a lot of times, what happens with the children is the children inherit a business from their parents. And when they inherit the business from their parents, especially when the parents died before they got to teach the children anything, the children run down and destroy the business. Now, in this conversation, you don't realize that you are destroying the fundamental principles of your father's business. Your father is the guy that got millions of people on a plant-based diet. Millions of people is on a plant-based diet because they following the Sebi food list. Millions of people believe that they can heal themselves without protein. They don't need protein to heal themselves because the great Dr. Sebi said they don't need no protein. Now, here comes Victor, his son, who says that, oh, well, we've been curing people with snake. So you're curing people, and that's if you're curing people. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you're curing people of cancer. You're curing people of cancer with protein. So if you're here curing people of cancer with protein, that means that you yourself are destroying the fundamental principle of Dr. Sebi's whole entire paradigm. So when you sit here and you say, yeah, I'm curing people with the snake, and you don't know nothing about the snake because in Mexico we're using the snake. That's fine if you say you're curing people with snake. But you don't understand that when you say you're curing people with snake, you're saying that you're curing people with protein. When you are at your events, young man, and you're selling people powdered snake, you're selling people protein powder. You are selling protein powder. That is what the snake is. You're selling protein powder. So I don't care if you cure 1,000 people or not. Dr. Sebi built a whole entire legacy on the fact that protein is not real. You don't need protein. And now here comes his young son, who nobody knows from a hole in the wall. Dr. Sebi never mentioned you as a healer. Dr. Sebi never mentioned KT as a healer. And when Dr. Sebi was alive, KT was teaching. KT was teaching when Dr. Sebi was alive. But Dr. Sebi never introduced KT as a healer. Guess who introduced KT as a healer, sir? Me. Before KT met me, you could laugh. Let me tell you something. The people that's going to see this video, they're not going to laugh because, see, while you was in diapers, I was already doing this. And before KT met me, he didn't even have no herbs. KT was selling people cell salts. That's what KT was doing. KT was selling cell salts. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. KT was selling cell salts. He didn't have herbs. He had cell salts. These are only facts. So all I'm saying to you, young brother, is that while you're trying to make a name for yourself, you're destroying the name and the legacy that Dr. Sebi built. You even said in this video, you said in this very video right here, you can't cure no sick people with an alkaline diet.
What? So what the fuck is you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? What? So what the fuck is you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied?
You can't cure no depressed people with an alkaline diet.
What? So what the fuck is you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied? What? So what the fuck is you think the alkaline is going to say somebody lied?
You said that in this video, young man. So when you say that you cannot cure people with an alkaline diet, when you say that you are curing people with snake protein powder, you are destroying Dr. Sebi's legacy.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jerry! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball. I'ma get back when I get finished, cause I'ma burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit. All right. Do real men send other men their penis? What? Do real men send other men their penis? You sent me a picture of your penis. Why you do that? Yeah, because you got something like dick. I'm from outer space. I got boogie with the blood. Evolution in my veins. I'm gone. I've been far away. I'm looking it out. From the started waves. I've been dreaming of my life for a long time. I had a vision from the place they wanna go sign. I'm officially getting it away. I'm too busy. I'm a fine line.
Too tough for the smart niggas, too smart for the tough niggas. In school I aced the tests and snuff niggas. So when I think about beef with these keyboard characters, I laugh at you. Y'all just girly body niggas that rape kids. Politely, I'm from the boys that shoot men and take bits. Don't make a beat. Decades later, back on the street, bars are physical. Niggas were harder, never miss a beat. We never went to school to learn what a farmer is. We didn't drop out George Washington Carver kids. I was born a pharmacist, you can't fake my style. Trees and the dope market is a plant-based lifestyle.
I don't need gravity, I just need gold. I would never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down the walls like Jericho.
Humble for what? When Sebi did the AIDS, I did the diabetes. Using seed trees, I sugar-proof my entire species. God is perfect. The blueprint don't have flaws. Via attack on Y chromosomes, we must add pause. I use 120 to bag up chemiluminescence, philanthropy, giving back per penny human essence. If you don't understand the big words, this is easy as can get, God. Fuck with me, keep your pussy working and your dick hard. My uncle Gil Scott, my cousin Cavario, a bloodline of godly flow. Names that you probably know. If you just buy and sell, you a customer. Unless you the first one, you ain't no hustler.
I don't need gravity, I just need gold. When I'm missing I would never fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down the walls like Jericho crumble. But you sent a naked picture.